It's time for another elimination match. Two EMEA teams are about to go head-to-head, and only one of them will survive. Let's give a warm welcome to Team Liquid and Fnatic.
Mystic.
I don't know who I want to win. Okay, I want Fnatic to win. Fuck's sake!
First turn. Alpha Air. Soulcast.
Oh, Soulcast is so small.
Enzo. Massive. Mini. Emil.
They call this the El Clasico of EMEA Valorant. They're the two teams from the same region. Only one of them will be making it out. I don't know about you guys, but this is pretty much my worst nightmare. I can't think of anything else worse than this.
I think it's one of the crowd's favorite games. You know?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The crowd has been behind both of these two teams in their previous games, and they didn't have to.
But what are these shots, man?
Now in this game, they will definitely have stuff that will heat up on one side of the field or the other.
Yeah, again, 100% win rate for EMEA coming out of this series, but it's going to be heartbreak no matter what because both of these teams are so beloved. You're talking about two of the biggest esports organizations, period. Not just in Valorant, but in all-time history. These orgs have been around the block. They've competed in League of Legends as well for years. Now we have to say goodbye to one of them at the start of the playoffs.
I just want to see Alpha lose all of the mental noise coming into this and actually just play like the way he's been playing online.
Well, there's a really interesting question, isn't it? Because Alpha, to me, is the most important player on Fnatic. Not only does he get the majority of the First Bloods, he gets tons of the trades for Fnatic. So if he ends up not playing to his peak, it's the single player that hurts him the most. And that's on top of the fact that he's a Turkish player in a Turkish crowd. You know, that's just a little added extra bonus bonkers element to all of this.
They're losing their minds over him just putting in his in-ears just now. Like, he's just putting in his in-ears.
He's got headphones!
The crowd are going wild, but that's the thing, right? Alpha, he's only 17 years old. He's prior to competing in Copenhagen, he's never even left the city of Adana before. So, I mean, being able to play here in front of such a big crowd, it's a lot of pressure.
It's his first time in Istanbul, presumably.
I think it might actually be his first time. Well,
How crazy is that?
He said he's never taken a train before. Maybe he's driven to Istanbul? I don't know. But we're going to the Prime Gaming Agent Select here, of course. Achilles, this is the Fnatic's map pick.
Fnatic
I'm
wins
curious to
this.
see if there's going to be any changes coming into this one, but so far,
Yeah.
seems like we're going to get some stock standard here, just taking a peek over towards Fnatic. We were talking about Alfia, wanting to see him have impact on that raise. Of course, he's going back over to it. He's got Durka, of course, on the chamber to back him up. So this double threat can really come to fruition. They just have to execute on these entries.
And I'm very confident that Alpha will execute when it comes to the Raze. And that's why this map pool is so good for Fnatic. You've got him playing Raze, then Raze on the next map, and then probably something like Killjoy on map 3 if Durka is committing to the Jet. But overall, that is a great map pool for getting the most out of him. And it sets up the Scream v Alpha yet.
What am I doing?
Because
I'm
there
like,
are
where's the
not
game
two
at?
more important players for their teams that you would find anywhere else. Scream dies round over. They've only won 3 out of 32 of the rounds where Scream died first at Champions. So it really is all about this Raze v Raze.
I mean, he's also one of the crowd favorites, right? He's also going to be getting probably a similar treatment to Althea today.
You can't
think
win
He's probably just hoping that
Bind
he has a similar
against
performance
Fnatic,
out
I'm so
there today
sorry.
because we saw him play yesterday on Bind, playing the Raze against Optic, and granted, it's Optic. They're maybe the best in the world at playing Bind, but he was not finding nearly as much just profit for his squad, nearly as many entry kills compared to Optic. So we need to see a level of performance from Scream on this pick.
I think it's also really important to look at the Team Liquid pistols. They are 5 and 15 on pistols so far. That is brutal.
Oh shit,
Well, as you said,
that's
Seth,
crazy.
EMEA, but no matter what happens, they're going to
Scream
win
makes me
today.
team.
So
What?
I'm going to bring in someone to help me relieve some of the pain. It's Pansy and Hypok.
I don't know if we can get you any relief
We'll
from
try.
this. We'll do our very best because this is two EMEA teams who have an illustrious head-to-head result here, Mike. They've been playing back and forth
There's
for
more
a
Liquid
long
fans?
time.
Why?
Talk
I
to me
don't get
about
it.
They have, and the crazy thing is actually you try and put some kind of narrative on this. Both of these teams go through those feast and famine phases, right?
Of course.
And even then you come to look at some of the stats. It's great that obviously
I think
Josh brought these
Fnatic
up,
win.
but you think about some of the performances we've seen. Like
I want them
it's
to win. I don't
peaceful
think they
famine.
win.
There's been
I think Liquid
really
wins,
high
but I
highs
want Fnatic.
and really low lows for both of these teams. Now, you look at that regionally, Liquid's the one that usually loses out on that, right? In terms of the head-to-head, in terms of, what we talk about with, not qualifying to some of these events, Fnatic are the ones that have established some
Fnatic makes too many
semblance of
unforced
consistency in
errors.
that regard.
Silly
You're absolutely
mistakes.
right, but we talk about the capability, the arena that Fnatic now gets to play into on map 1. It's a comfortable choice in my mind for them. It's been one of their strongholds for a long time, and I want to see Althea just get comfortable super early on.
Absolutely.
There is so much pressure on that young man's shoulders currently as it stands. Liquid, we could talk about Scream having pressure to a degree, but the man's an old god, right? He's a veteran of this degree. We've got Liquid going on walkabouts. They've just four-man pushed out of A. And how deep that dog just went, surely they go,
The wall as
sorry,
well.
the wall goes up. They found the spike.
Bro, that is so crazy.
This is ridiculous. Boaster actually needs some help now. You can see the reinforcements coming through. A deeper smoke once again.
That's a lot of
Liquid
info.
at least want to stall here. They're going to try and pick up on the backside of market. Durka, meanwhile, will spy out Nivera over on B side.
Nivera needs to play his life and he knows it. He's a very calm player. But Durka, one of those to be the provocateur, happy to sabotage anytime he can. Only one more bullet to play with, and Nivera's playing this really well.
No shot.
What a shot.
What a shot.
Open it up, and that should be a speed up now from Fnatic. They need to get towards the site before Liquid get back over there.
Solkast's actually going to be stuck behind this smoke now, and Fnatic have themselves a free site. Everybody from Liquid making their way back through spawn now. Actually, Mystic very disconnected, but still conscious of anybody lurking behind that early market play.
Durka probably going to take first contact on this and can dip away, maybe tee up Alpha. Doesn't want to stick around too long. I think just invested the pain shell, which they can at least heal somewhat through.
So Durka potential to be overwhelmed here, and Yampi's the one to find it.
I mean, there's Liquid on a pistol. Is there still a chance he can go wrong? Yampi is still pushing forward. 2 kills already in a 3v3 post plant. Frenzies aplenty, Boaster and Mystic both with those. Soulcast trying to clear towards along the double stack.
Boaster.
Gonna find them both.
Maybe.
Mystic now. Not gonna get it done. Fnatic off to a start, but what a unorthodox pistol.
Yeah, I mean, it's Liquid that want to be the initiators here. They actually find out the spike. They leave a smoke down. The wall goes up. That's all to just stall, but no rotation actually comes through. Durka's done fantastic to get all the way onto B side, at least spot out Nivera originally, but then also pressure. One more bullet left, and he finds the headshot.
Yeah, that is critical work because, again, it could have completely changed otherwise. And there you can see on the screen how much this was a hometown map for Fnatic.
Yeah, and actually in recent times, I mean, you look at the win record for Liquid on here, and it's really not good.
No.
I mean, actually, even with the swap over from to the stage composition for Yampi to pick that up.
If
They
anything.
beat EDG, and they've... Obviously, it didn't look as impactful versus Optic either.
And I quite like seeing Fnatic go to comfort early on here, considering you could see jitters and nerves and pressure aplenty on especially Alpha and the rest of the gang. It's certainly not just one of them. So a good way to get the players activated early. And if you're Liquid as well, though, I mean, you're not putting this in the top picks of match you're looking at picking up winning. I think this goes to the whole distance, if I'm honest. But we look at this round because there is a little bit of a purchase, not too much for Liquid, but a Frenzy, a Sheriff and a Shorty. So a little bit of danger.
Troublemakers at least here. Nivera famed in this current position. Usually good for one as well, but expect Fnatic to be extremely disciplined on the way through, and actually the Flash will identify presence at least. I don't think they're going to try and mess with this at all. This has got no Trailblazer to clear through. There's not really anything to dig him out of that spot.
Yeah, very clear lines have already been drawn. It would need someone to over-deliver quite substantially. And I like what we're
Fast,
seeing
you got
from
no
Fnatic
time,
so
man.
far. Very disciplined, keeping composed. Bit of a peek through, not bad for Boaster. Happy to get one. Enters by his side. The follow-up
Bro,
really
what
nice
friend?
work.
What?
Happy to try and beat the
Man,
Instigator.
Frenzy is too good.
Saw the damage coming in.
It's a
Two players
fucking
now tucked
rifle.
towards the back of the site, Dimasic and Vera. But to try and get any further damage would be very surprising. But Alpha want to get a little farm going. There he is. To get out of there, does his job. Spike safe. Time to escape the site.
Oh, obviously we'll give it up to the Spike 4 survive. Actually, both were only giving up the Frenzy as well, so to round out this purchase nicely. We'll see actually how they sit here. 5,100 in the back pocket for Boaster. Decent ult progress for him as well. Not to carry through here. I mean, the Bulldog and the Spectre, but an extra rifle in the hands of Boaster is actually key here for round 3. The only gaps on the side of Liquid being those light shields for Demo and Scream. Actually, no Boombot for Scream as well.
See if that has any knock-on effect again. For the moment, could be a little bit of a look towards Showers for Fnatic as well, so I wonder if that does come into play. Scream's going to stay pretty safe for this anyway. It's Fnatic working up towards Hookah, showing a little bit of presence, and of course the presence then on the other side of things. A lot of information just garnered from that A site. That little bit of the dog coming through, noting Scream initially as well, so you can see the spam coming in to try and clear that.
Well, Dimasic posted up. Hold on to long. Again, actually, Yampy playing almost, I was going to say, safe off utility here. We'll wall off whether or not he's going to opt to stack here. Dimasic comes out worse off there in that scenario. Yampy hasn't healed him just yet. Actually opts to heal himself. Dimasic got to ride this one out with 45 HP now. Prone to a wall bang and actually does catch one. He's lucky not to lose his life.
Wait to see if they have an actual step towards the site though. Anything to really facilitate this cross. Enzo, what is this sweaty approach already? Let's have a little look what Fnatic are cooking up for us. So many of these corners now. Not
What a
cool,
money,
see
bro.
it. Enzo melts Dimasic down. And now Liquid just still trying to hold on to this front line. Fnatic are not on the site just yet. It's 30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
Still a lot of stall here from Liquid, actually.
And they still haven't got Yampy out of this corner. He can turn that flash. He's just fine. A little bit of a swing from the side. That's Durka getting the attention. Yampy still standing though. Spots another unlock. Gets another. Yampy has been a monster this tournament so far, but finally put down by Alpha here. The last one alive is Soulcast, and this bonus is looking real good.
10 seconds left.
Well, who do you
Set
think
piece
wins?
set, Menzo. I think it's reactive as well to just relaying that
I want my
information.
champion to
But
answer.
Dimasic was tagged so low. That's how versatile Fnatic are able to play. Enzo will spot out Soulcast, but don't expect another challenge out. But yeah, almost baiting in here, but they've got to be conscious. Durka's down on 5
Well,
HP.
you have a flash.
Ultimately, do want to maintain
saved, to be
majority
honest.
in terms of the inventory here. Hold on to as many weapons as possible.
He's out of there.
Beautiful round.
Really nice, and I'd
They
love
hunt
to
for
almost
him?
go over that in slow motion, see the full intent. But I think you're absolutely right, though. It comes down to potentially that early damage that was
Fucking hunt
noted
for him, bro.
on Dimasic. And him following away, having to be more passive. They got a little bit of
Get his
information
ass.
where Yampy was, where a couple of the others are. But I really love that approach there.
I'm thinking actually as well, what Yampy gets tagged down to 79, 80 or whatever. Demasic's the one that needs to heal there.
Yeah.
Again, benefit of hindsight, but it was Molly
Here it
and
is.
2 snake bites coming in.
This.
Well, what a
Swan actually
molly.
lands on tube.
Oh, wow. No escape. Really good
What's
read.
beautiful is actually back in Cubby here, you see this, the Brimstone Molly and another snake bite lands there as well. So there's
What a
literally,
molly.
Demasic's either forced to the right side of Pipe and then he's punished anyway,
Yep.
or he swings out left and he goes through 3 mollies.
But this is very
It's
characteristic
ridiculous.
of what we used to love about Fnatic on this map. Some
Yeah.
really creative approaches, some really nice set pieces coming in, and all that great utility work was just great with them. And obviously when we saw the addition of the firepower of Alpha here, that's when suddenly the Fnatic roster was a big talking point again. As it stands though, because of that bonus being converted by Fnatic, that's a shot from Boaster. No threats being made, at least from Showers. We look towards Soulcast though, because he is the one with the rifle.
But Boaster has identified early where it is. Some damage actually. Soulcast and Boaster are happy to continue showing presence here.
Alt his ass.
To back away though. 45 HP. Yampy's actually found. Oh, yeah, that's in the backside of market.
Ghost, that's a little interesting. Soulcast finding value. Fake flash from Mystic in the swing, it's good.
Bro.
Still alive, Scream. Gonna
What?
go into the showers and forcing the investment of the ult. That feels a little over the top, maybe, but maybe feeling the strain a bit with Mystic being so low and getting caught here. Divisic's got him. And now Enzo and Boaster. Divisic's got the ult coming in as well, wants to force the hand.
Boaster's lit. He's inside the smoke though.
Oh, and Enzo's got one. Boaster with another. And
Well
Yampi
played, fam. Well played.
Ghost in hand, rifle upgrade, has to find two, and the molly just trickles into position, but he might get this to halfway. Wait,
Boaster thinks it landed.
he's not on it, but this is the difference with the crowd. He's gonna hear the roar, swings it, denies it.
Bro,
And
Cloud
Boaster's
is
saving the
actually
day here.
cheating.
He is having a great start to this series.
Fantastic start. And Question uses the ultimate, but in terms of securing this round, you're absolutely
Cloud is
correct.
actually
Things
cheating,
were
I won't lie.
On a knife's edge. Especially with some of the early damage conceded.
Even Frenzies are cheating.
And with Divisic landing shots like that with the Frenzy. Unfortunately, Ampy trying to get away with it. Does have the operator in play now. And a revive online. Let's see if he's going to
Yampy on a Sage op.
showers early here. At least
Interesting.
probably on the backside of the flash. Actually, he's posted up.
It is Champy.
They voted the operator early though.
We kind of rolling my mind back even to that previous round with Boaster identifying where the rifle was as well. They've been doing great early work here, Mike.
They have. Curious to see actually if there's a rotation that comes through from Yampy, but looks like Scream's the one to come. Get behind this A-side defense, but yeah, I'm curious here because Fnatic are actually drifting towards short. As if they want to commit behind this.
Yeah, how long does it sticking around some time. Bullets coming through.
Yampy
but
is
it's not
using my op,
quite
of course
right.
you win.
This three players here, spots one and loses.
Never mind. Fuck! I'm using Yampy's op.
Head to head between these two will be quite something to watch throughout this game, but for now it will be Durka to truly draw that first blood. Sight now on a contest, Alpha wants to take the space. Flashed up though, has to go in for a second time. That double connects Navera, deleted. Scream, Soulcast and Dimisic. I think Scream just copped a boatload of damage as well.
Actually picking up the heal here. Gets a 3v5
That's an
retake
interesting
here.
way to heal.
Not an awful lot of utility to work with. 2 satchels, Trailblazer, but no flash just yet. Curious whether or not Liquid are even going to give this up now and just look for damage. It's not looking as if there's a conscious effort here. And Alpha Yet sealing the deal almost. Boaster with the backstab. Scream. Just left to hold on. Very
Yeah,
commanding
Fnatic, defeating
lead.
Fnatic on
very early
blind
on
is
here on
really
blind. And Liquid, I got to say, don't really have a lot of responses.
No, they look a bit flat here, and got to say as well, Scream 0-4, not particularly having impact yet. Nope, dealt with. Alpha getting warmer into this game now, and a flawless round coming in. But let's kind of hit the brakes because I feel like Liquid will be soon enough. Yep, this now needs to be talked through, right? Because they have looked flat, but I don't know if they have the capability of an answer here, because this is looking like final form Fnatic to an extent.
Absolutely, and the problem being, this is where you then start looking at the composition and asking questions like, what does the Sage do versus just putting Yampy on the chamber, and
Yep.
That's the difficult part, because we're here live theory crafting it, but Fnatic have come and it's drilled, it's rehearsed. Everything's looking so composed right now, and even Alpha, yeah, he's very tame. Very tame. There's no real pop to any of these executions.
Nope.
It's a slow burn, and Liquid are losing out massively on that one.
Talk about pressure. And it all goes well, right? It just turns him into a diamond. This guy, if he keeps building from this, I want to see what happens if they do go for something a little bit more poppy, a little bit more, you know, let him
For
off
me,
the chain
I
a little
would
bit,
be
see what he can
actually
achieve.
And that's the
prefer
scary
playing
part.
against
When
the
he's
crowd.
We've seen it.
When he's hitting,
For
and
my
then you
first
unleash him.
experience.
That's the scary
That
part.
would build
Well,
me
actually,
up.
even here, I mean, I'll come out and say it. Night and day start versus the other day when we saw him on the Neon. Really
Absolutely.
struggled with actually XSET's ability to just
Oh,
adjust
lambs.
in
I wonder
anticipation
what
of.
U-Haul is this.
Yeah, Neon's going to be sending it at us.
I mean,
so
any-
actually, Def was pivotal in that regard.
True.
Just the positions he was playing.
I just don't think, in my mind, and, you know, again, take what you want from it, I don't think Neon comps work very well against NA teams because they're so used to it after seeing Optic just dominate the region
They were
with it.
molded by it.
Exactly, it's like they're not
They
going,
got two
oh, the Neon's really
ultimates.
surprised us here as well. Fully
Alpha's
aware.
using
And
the
now
glitch
off the
bomb,
timeout, we are
man.
going to be down to the Sheriff.
This is the
High armor,
Durka
actually a little bit
influence.
heavy for Soulcast too, so certainly not completely uninvested into this round, and they just need to do damage here. They need to get around conversion, because currently, as it stands, Fnatic have the perfect tempo, perfect pace, and they have everything working well for them.
Durka again, posted up with the operator. throwing out a gamble, but
He jumps,
that's not the end of it.
shots the sheriff, goes back.
I was expecting here.
Imagine if it
with
hits.
the economy. I mean, look at Soulcast, and it's a full shield with the sheriff, so they want to try and slow play this with the minimal investment they have made. There's nothing really for.
Why would you go
tangible
for full
Liquid
shit with
to
a
have
sheriff?
good stab
Man could have
at
saved
taking
600.
fight
That
yet.
was 2k.
No, just
Unfortunately,
Could have
they've
been
getting
ultimate
rolled
next round.
when Fnatic
Save.
are allowed to execute.
Oh, yeah, off the back of that, just noting
Fushy ain't gonna do shit on
not
sheriff,
off the
bro.
starting blocks in kills. Normally
Now
safe
watch
pair
me
of
eat my
hands.
words.
Same with Scream, looking quiet. Interesting. As it stands, let's see how clean Fnatic can keep this. Alpha here wants to try and get involved in this, farm it up a little, get the pressure building, eats the flash, so forced away. Mystic on the case, but it ain't pretty. Looking a little sloppy, but they're still standing somehow.
Team flash!
And now Soulcast gets to do the damage. All alone was Boaster, so that's a problem. Getting a little too hungry to chase down those kills, and they leave a couple of options open.
Told you.
And Soulcast
Fuck,
is
bro.
punishing.
He
A
won
quick
because he had a.
rotation. They want to get out of danger. But Dimasic still here, and the Molly's going to buy so much
He
time. They have
only
to
won
face it,
because
jump
he
through,
had
try and do something.
shields.
Dimasic, he has to try and buy all the seconds he can on this. Make him sweat. Now it's time to swing. But Alpha and Durka are there. And then the fight towards CT.
Where did Durga get the kill
And they're
from?
down to two.
Oh, he
The
was
brothers
holding the
Grimm, who
teleport.
have had a disastrous start.
Screaming Navera at 54 and 20 HP. That paint cell must have done tons of damage. Durkin out. And back through hookah. But Navera's actually slipped. He's going to spot the head.
Always been seen. Durka!
Oh my god.
And now Scream, the 1v3.
If
So
someone can win,
unlikely.
Scream can.
And Fnatic instantly disciplined. Letting Durka do
Never
the
mind.
work, and what an adjustment. Got a little dicey over there towards the other side. Soulcast trying to heat up and then shut down instantly. I thought Dimasic could have done a bit more there, but, you know, hindsight 2020.
But great setup for Fnatic. They stack up, and again, they know that actually the only one thing that can go wrong there is Dimasic finding the kill onto the planter. Alfier doing so well to cover. Durka's so precarious. Managed to find it though. And the next one's where it gets really concerning, because it's essentially at the point where, with the Tour de Force coming online, with the showstopper inevitably coming, Fnatic can almost buy
fast
out
hit.
for the rest of this half.
What a flash.
Keep Alpha. Liquid look a little scared of this.
A little pacier now though.
Yeah, taking a lot of space. Scream, no armor on him at all as it stands, so looking super vulnerable. And Alpha's in the spawn. Oh no, he's got one.
Oh
He's
my
got
God.
two. The third!
Ace, 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 ace!
Postinated, you know what it means to him. Finally shaking all that pressure off and having the game he needed. Soulcast and Dimasic irrelevant to outcome, it looks like. And Alpha's still in the case. He wants this fight. He's hungry for it.
Heal him first,
Just
heal him!
allowing him a little bit more room. And this is the danger.
Ace,
Of the man
ace,
on the screen. He
ace.
starts healing.
Ace,
It
ace!
ain't gonna stop.
Give it to him.
Give the man the ace, Soulcast. You might need to back away from this. Pop flash will actually catch
No!
And the most hated man in Istanbul right now, Soulcast.
No chance!
Denying the ace, but what a round for him. Again, this is all confidence.
Why did it even heal him, bro?
Yeah, that's the story of momentum now. What an entry though from Alpha. The
What's
pace
the
change
reaction?
is beautiful.
He's just pumping his fist after it. It's so good.
It's right behind this A-side setup towards Showers. And the problem being, Liquid back on a scrappy purchase, regardless of what's invested. See the crowd getting right behind him now. And rightfully so, leading the charge now 13 and 3 for Fnatic.
Alpha
This
is
the problem I'm
online
talking
now.
about. They can essentially buy out this half now. They've got pretty much everything except the orbital strike at their disposal.
Time out!
Liquid have to pull something out of this timeout. But there's been very, very few positives.
Oh man, it's hard not to get behind that. We talk about the sixth man when it comes to these sort of events, when someone is so intrinsic to where we stand, and someone like Alpha here, young gun himself, coming into this and just having a performance. Now, I do feel as though as well, if you are Fnatic, you want to activate this. This is something you'll be wanting to build into. You want him to feel comfortable, so good to see that hit into place. But let's talk bigger picture now, because I think we almost have to, because 0 to 7, and it ain't been close. I'm starting to consider Haven an ascent, because it is swings and roundabouts to me here. It goes right back into Liquid's favor if they don't get mentally boomed dealing with the sixth man out there.
I mean, we talk about even regional, choking in the history, right? It comes down to the mental. That's always been a discussion with Liquid, regardless of who's come into the roster and what changes have been made. And that's the concern. That's almost the elephant in the room, right? If this comes to, I mean, God forbid this is a 13-0. That's when you look
It's-
at it,
yeah.
you're like, Liquid playing from behind.
And away we go. Alpha, first man in. And
The shower
he
switch.
wants it down. Soulcast gets to live to fight another day. But
It was bad.
so clean. Fnatic just formal with it.
Spike
And what?
planted.
Demon 6 Scream and Yampy. 2 towards CT, 1 on flank. That's already been noted. I feel like the momentum is just so strongly in favor to Fnatic. This is really, really hard to come back from.
Alt his ass, bro.
I just got an idea. I think he spotted the barrel of that Guardian. Yampy as well. Taking a long time, but Yampy. Fine one for Alpha. Back with 2. Durka seals the deal.
Just
4
better.
standing once again. Liquid have done no damage.
Yo,
to
yo,
this economy
Flash, chill,
of
my
the
guy, chill.
entirety of the last 8 rounds.
Why are you so angry?
Beautiful pinch, even with the showstopper mess up. Again, the paint shell
Still
with,
there,
the,
yeah.
with the snake bite. There's no risk in any of these rounds. It's just looking so comfortable right now for Fnatic. Round 9, Liquid have everything but the Seekers available. You see a little bit of aggression here. I mean, you think back to the pistol round. They were the ones to try and initiate something, but been forced back in their shell. Immediate orbital strike behind this Viper Spit.
I love this.
Yeah.
Taking it right back.
They've
Absolutely
denied this
relentless.
control. Whether or not they're in with the boombot going to come through, Nevera actually posted up on side the box outside showers, but Soulcast on the back side of this, not noted. A little bit of pressure, and Fnatic now want to pivot towards B.
Launching smoke.
Demon 6 playing much deeper this time around, doesn't want to challenge that early angle. Also got to be conscious now, we're going to see the same thing again.
It's looking very similar, isn't
With
it?
the wall in hooker as well. It's a carbon copy.
Now the rotation is in, Scream's here. And now we look for this similar approach.
What's this
Alpha
lineup?
still
I
has
want to
paint
see.
shell.
Scream just shot in the dark, it looked like, yeah, absolutely, just spammed away. Orbital strike went in as well. This is all educated guesswork. Scream probably noted falling back towards elbow. They are rotting the clock a little here, but there's that utility we were looking at before. Not going to be a problem for Demon 6, but is forced deeper to sight. You can see its full intent now.
Do have to execute
30
without the
seconds
smokes
left.
from Boaster, so literally the
Shit,
first
Boaster
advantage
is dead. I
we've
didn't
seen
even
really
realize.
in a round where Liquid could reset after the
When
kill.
did he die?
Do they have a flash? Well, that answered my question. Still 1 on Mystic 2.
Alpha still looking to double dash out here. On the back of the Seekers potentially, yeah.
One's gone. There's a second. He's been found. Scream's got him 10 seconds now. Fnatic needs to get towards the side. They do not have what they need. And Demon 6 gets a little bit of freedom. And he does so much damage with it. Very well played to Liquid in the end to hold their composure. Nice counter utility.
There's more, lot more Liquid fans.
Almost a little hesitant here. Again, when Boaster gets cut down behind that
Damn.
smoke. Well, it's a rifle wall, sorry. But they got to win a couple more flawlesses to even make this interesting here in the first half.
Seconds
Scream finally on the board. Nevera yet to get on the board.
James Bond is not a name I'd normally put towards him. The 007, yeah, a little interesting to see such a quiet start, but it does just feel like
You
a
want to
pure
play? Let's
steamroller
play.
of momentum.
Durka tour de force in hand, and just holding a slight off angle actually. It's the first time we've seen Fnatic prioritize this in the early round. Now Alpha's not here with the boombot, so a little difficult to dig Yampy out.
Interesting
Of this spot, as both the smokes come down at the same
chamber
time.
trap placement.
So it's like both teams have that internal clock that's so in tune with each other. And Fnatic forced to explore elsewhere. Second time Soulcast has been posted up here and wasn't noted previously.
Let's see if he gets a little play with it. Shower control has been taken, so you will be starting to maybe question the lack of presence, but getting a little bit late in the round, already noted a
Soulcast is relaying this information. Look at the rotation come through already, Lauren.
2 players on the way, you're absolutely right.
Tomorrow.
goes up.
No.
Early snake bite though, and the
I don't
molly
wanna
to seal
comment
the
yet.
deal.
Time purchase is perfect.
Yeah.
Fnatic not finding the pacing. One of these rounds a little later than normal, I'd say. It
This
is
rush
gonna
was working. I don't know
add
why
a
they
little bit
stopped rushing.
more danger to this, and they're still yet to note Soulcast's position. going completely undercover.
Soulcast is going to see Durka so early if he drifts up with the Tour de Force. The flash is perfect though!
Oh, and Mystic on the
What a
turn.
flash.
Soulcast goes down, 14 seconds. They need to get this plant down. Demastic, can you deny it? Can you stop it? He's going to get one, a second. Yes, not the third though. And now 2v3,
Scream
Scream
hopping,
and Yampi
interesting.
operator with Scream.
Very interesting.
Spotted Mystic's reposition, but it's difficult for him to really do anything about it. Yampi has to come through and deliver here because Scream's missed it.
Yampi hits it.
And that avenue gets closed.
Don't expect Mystic to peek again, but the res comes through. Nivera back on his feet.
How much more can they do? Can they at least get some of these players out of position? Mystic just going to be playing for the time. The spam, he's still alive! For a second. Alpha waiting. Denied on the first tap. Still having the fight. Oh! No way!
He's sticking it!
He's sticking it! Scream! So close yet so
Bro, the
far.
crowd
Fnatic
crowd
still
fucking told them.
move Forward.
And it's the 2 kills.
This is
that
what I
gives
was
him the
saying,
hate
crowd
cell
is
back
cheating, bro.
To even secure that. Madness from Fnatic there.
All there
Again,
with
even with this
Atlas.
scoreline, they're still so methodical. It looks a little uncomfortable at points. It's like, yeah, I mean, are they going to make a move? It's late in the day now. What's going to happen?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you don't
adjustment, just on the
spam
muzzle
Vandal. I
flash.
don't know how they didn't kill him. He was spamming with a Vandal, bro.
Liquid will be able to afford another purchase, but it comes through in round 11.
Here.
And that's when it gets concerning. This scoreline, if they don't win this round, round 12's not pretty.
They don't have. They have a flash. I don't know why
Spiraling
they
out
are
of
not
control.
pushing B long.
Call it what it is. It's one round.
Like I said from that previous, Fnatic literally
Hello, brother.
could
What's up?
maintain their
What's up,
purchase
dude?
throughout the entirety of this first half.
Absolutely right. And exploring a couple of options. No commitment with the spike just yet either. First time they've actually had free space towards hookah at this point. Yampi had been posted up in there a couple of the rounds, but deciding to dip back towards long.
Now
Soulcast
this is
going on a mission.
interesting.
But on the back of that adjustment,
Soul
what's the
Guards
objective?
took so much
Where's
space.
the value gain from doing this? We haven't seen Liquid really dip their toe
Wow.
other than Soulcast here.
So
and previously
interesting.
on shore. He's actually going to have pretty decent timing.
He could have excellent timing. And again,
Oh, he won
the
this
villain
round.
of Istanbul here.
Just don't
Fnatic
whiff.
won't be expecting it either because it's
Not
not
at this
happened.
time. Not at this time at all. And oh,
Oh,
And
he's
he
gonna-
whiffed.
Oh,
And he
my
would
God,
no,
not
bro.
Soulcast
I'm
of
so
all
sorry. I
players.
cursed him.
the pressure a little too much. And now the 4v4, but a quick rotation. TP taken, they're going towards B. We saw Yampi here before. Let's Alpha pass for the first couple of steps with the fight towards CT. It's Scream with 2. Trying to come on in. Alpha denies it, but 20 seconds. Where's the spike? Picked up finally, back in hand. The fake
Oh
flash!
my God!
Bro, what?
He's trying it. And now Enzo, the 1v2. Fight to the left, he's not going to win it.
Bro, what?
And 2 rounds. It's not much, Mike. It ain't much.
Bro, I cursed Soulcast. I'm
Even
so
thinking here
sorry.
what's the rest of the purchase gonna
No.
look like. Yampi straight on the judge. Oh no. It's an op. Durka literally is the one to find it.
Bro, what a
Durka's
shot
even
though.
confused. He's like, is my teammate shooting at me? I'm not taking damage.
What's happening?
That happens.
There's a
Guys,
Vandal behind me on short.
I can see
What are you doing,
friendly.
Enzo?
Enzo, please.
Friendly fire's off, mate.
2 to 9. I
Uh,
mean, one more. I'm not even going to
Flash
start
battle.
with it. It's been one-sided from the beginning here, and even with the smallest pieces of
Dog,
silver
I
lining, it's
choose
still
you.
A long way off where Liquid would want any sort of run on this.
Alpha actually on the back of context. He's happy to send this
No
through screen.
shot.
Closes the door though.
He hits a headshot
So
while
get on the
jumping.
back of this,
That's
but-
crazy. What a shot.
Gonna tell them an awful lot. Actually,
9-3 would
two
be
members
interesting.
noted
They
potentially on
activate the
back of round
curse.
short at least. And the one through showers. Liquid now, I mean, top of my head. I think the second time they've had this man advantage for free. Very good for the spam though.
See Nivera.
Yeah, I think if I'm
Going
Fnatic, I
back
don't
way
let them
here.
win
And
9-3,
there
not
it is.
alone.
Lovely timing for Nivera. A very quiet beginning, making the most of it
Enzo,
now.
1v5, easy.
And Enzo
Easy. I'm
finally
telling
the
you.
Vandal behind them. It's the first fight.
Never mind.
It's going to be screamed close. Okay, 3 rounds. Mike,
I lied.
that's not much play here, is it?
I mean, you still don't feel good about it. Curse aside, it's barely a lifeline, Lauren.
Yeah, barely a lifeline. That's where we're going to leave this one to the desk.
Nah, 9-3 is a lot more than a
Thank you
lifeline
very much,
though.
Pansy and Hypok. All I've got to say
High
is
cock?
Alpha,
What?
yeah! Alpha, yeah! Alpha, yeah!
I I mean,
the crowd has been going nuts.
Yes.
Alpha has been going crazy. They had nothing to cheer about when Alpha played against XZ, and now they have everything. Just a wealth of opportunity.
this is what we were begging for Alfie to be able to step up to look great again on the Rays, and boy does he, but it's such a one-sided affair when you take a look at the opposite side, because we were also saying Scream needs to have a better performance compared to what we saw yesterday versus Optic, and it's not happening. He went through the majority of this half finding absolutely no kills. Alfier on the other side, in round 6, he matched how many kills he got in the entirety of Pearl versus
Bro, he should have gotten the
yesterday.
ace.
Yeah.
6 rounds, and now he's just 2 kills away from getting as many kills as he had in the whole series versus XZ.
It's just ludicrous. Althea is turning up so hard. And this is why I say he's the
Man's
most important
hyped.
player for the team. As much as you look at Durka as the carry, Althea just does, he's everywhere, all at once. He's taking fights, he's taking trades, he's taking first fights. He's just all over the map.
Yeah, and we've seen Scream trying to do the same thing, but he's just constantly floating back and forth. It seems like he doesn't know where to play. We see that Auburn, he gets set up, he's just jump peeking into showers.
So let's look forwards to the next half, because the chances would have to start in the pistol round. And this is where they've been planting, right? Take a look at that little plant spot outside on A showers. This is that Sage Wall plant that you see from Ascend in the past, and Liquid have been
Yeah,
running
they
into. So far, those pistol rounds
They haven't
have been
even tried
abominable
stopping
for
the
Liquid
plant.
at
No
times. They've
nades,
won
no
5 out of
mollies, no
21
Viper mollies.
pistols. They need a strat. It has to be something unexpected, even to give them a shot, a glimmer of hope here. Because otherwise,
Liquid.
it's just
What does that
bindings
mean?
for nothing.
It's just such a damning statement when you say, like, the pistol round, they need to win it if they want to have a hope, because I just don't see it happening unless Scream just goes in for an initial sheriff purchase and just starts clicking heads. I don't know if it's going to
He
happen.
can do
The
that.
cry of the hopeless
Scream
is,
can
guys,
definitely
we'll
do
just
that.
win the pistol. That's really
It's like
the
me
cry of
choosing
the
very
hopeless.
moment like that.
I mean, it's a lot of Hopian and Copian going out today. Let's just get back in and see how Liquid are going to handle this pistol round.
I know.
Pansy and Hypok, over to you.
Cry
How
of
are
the
you comparing
hopeless.
two professional teams to your
I
mom
mean,
and dad?
it's
What?
not necessarily wrong because
That's
3
crazy.
rounds and it's
Scream buys a frenzy, not a sheriff.
I'm not.
Jeez.
And even with
Oh,
that,
he
you
goes
manage
on
that,
the
you dig
sheriff.
a little deeper in pre-champs and you look at the attack success for Liquid on Bind, and we're sitting towards the low 30s. That's the concern here.
Yeah.
So is 3 enough? They have to, I mean, basically do what they've struggled to do regionally against a regional
Team.
opponent. So, I don't know.
Yeah, proof's in the pudding. Happy to sit back and try and watch this one play out, and if they can make something of it, if they've cooked something up, fair play. But right now they're walking into a
Double
Fnatic
stack
stack.
on long.
Oh, I
The
mean,
double stack in hooker.
correct. So if they overcommit towards this,
This is madness.
Double stack
luckily,
long, double
Yankees not
stack
creeping up there,
hookah.
but
Vipers left alone at
Liquid
A.
are cautious.
Quite
I mean, Spike not
interesting.
committed, so a couple of
Very interesting.
players to at
all
least
the
poke
timing on
here.
the flash is so good. Gets both of them. And
Actually
Mystic's
crazy. What a
timing just
teamwork.
couldn't have been better. Just swings around it, flash was in place, damage done. And
Yeah,
Liquid
go
now
away,
just
go
being
away.
herded around the map. Now, note how deep Enzo is sitting on this. He is allowing
Nevada,
that stack on the other side. He will
Nevada,
potentially
what's his
skip a
name?
farm,
Nevada,
play a little
Nevada,
deeper, see if he can do some chip
Nevada,
damage on the way.
Nevada.
Buy a little bit
This
of
guy
time,
needs to
potentially
get a
with
better
opportunity, but
pistol, bro. You
can't
have
fight
every
this
skin in
solo,
the
he just
game.
needs to keep space.
No, just looking to play anti-plant here.
This is why your team's
That's not
losing.
bad.
Big buy will land.
That's not bad at all.
Soulcat's actually down to 40.
It's skins play a lot of big part on your Valorant
Scream
career.
and
I'm
Soulcats.
telling you.
Squishy targets right now on the way back through for Fnatic.
You will never say a good player with
Already
a shit
Soulcats just
skin.
got caught. It was Enzo to catch him.
It all makes sense.
Scream turns attention. Boaster's got him dead, and now we're down to 2. Navera and Demasic. And these fights aren't looking great for them. Demasic can do a little bit of work on this, though. Molly still ready to be invested. Navera has to take the fight. Dirk has found him, and Demasic can't see. He can't find the target against him. The defuse ain't stopping Fnatic. Converting pistol in round 2, making this look like a trap.
Sky's healing.
What are the Liquid want? One good chance or a couple
I
of
really like this knife.
potential face-offs here in terms of the early equipment in this purchase for Fnatic, and looking at it, yeah, it's going to ride this through with a couple of sheriffs, I think. Seen Stingers do wonders here in Istanbul, but Liquid don't fancy it. And Fnatic,
But I
holding
wish
no
we had a
punches here
better-
with the purchase on the other side of things.
Like the next two
With Durka.
butterfly knives had the same animation. I wish we had
wants to
better
pick up the Marshall, but
animations.
4 Spectres.
This animation is dope, but I think I wish we had
I
new.
was hoping here the Liquid do try and make
We are
something
just
happen
grinding
in
one
the early
animation.
round, but Similar setup. Spike not committed. They're spread very thin
Whatever
here.
you said opposite happened. Yeah, bro. I'm cursing them.
Demus trying to creep a little closer on towards short. Alpha gonna spot him.
Who do you want to win?
No big
I'll
risks
curse the
there,
other
allowing a
team.
little bit more room for Durka. Gonna slip away. Looks
Doesn't
back to
overstay
Shower.
is welcome. We want to give them an opportunity to find this entry.
Oh, Boaster. That's uncalled for.
Oh,
Just string
Boaster.
punish it.
Imagine
Three
Poster
push-ups
loses
on the
this.
ledge now. Boaster needs to be
I was
very
about to
careful
say
of
he's
this.
in such a
Stream
good
will hear the
position.
jump spot, yeah.
Oh, he's going to see him now.
Then he changes his
Mystic just
position.
turning around at the right time. The crunch wasn't quite there yet either. Two players up long, two through hookah.
See, this is why I'm
Towards
just a
elbow,
goal
rotations
player.
are coming in. Once again, Fnatic still
Not
holding
interested in
fantastic
EMEA that
numbers,
much.
five
Ah, I
standing.
see.
Not
What's your
even
favorite
any
region
damage
then?
dealt. They've got it all going their way, and Durka making light work of it. You're going to have Mystic swinging back out. There is no impact here for Liquid.
Find this as well with the flash, but that's Durka. Backlines, one left to find. Nivera finds consolation for Durka
Durka.
for his third.
Very
I
nice.
said Liquid have their one
Oh, bro,
good
I
chance.
was saying the same
this round
last
here.
stream. I would love DRX.
Actually, it's 3 light shields. A couple of gaps in utility
You know,
as well,
it's,
and that's not
the
what you
vibe
wanna
with
see
DRX is so
at this
good.
scoreline.
It's so fun.
I mean, Scream has nothing.
And
but
watching
paint
them-
shell. He's got light shield.
And
Rifle,
watching
yes,
them is
but-
like,
I mean,
they're
the headshot
look
machine.
at their every game.
About
They
two
have
taps.
worked so hard. I think they deserve it. And their what's it called, motivation to never give
I
up.
mean,
Oh,
the
it's so
brothers in
amazing.
unison. It's a rare
But
thing to
DRX
see
will
both
not win.
off.
I don't want to curse them. So
I mean,
DRX
a lot of the
will
credit
not
goes
win,
to
of course.
Fnatic here. They have been playing a good game, but this is very much quiet from the other side. Bind certainly not sitting
But
well
DRX is really
with
good.
Liquid. Eyes towards Haven next, of course. And that's where we really see the difference if this could go all three, or if potentially Fnatic closes out in two. But not the point for now. Bonus here for Fnatic. Not getting ahead of themselves by any means. Of course, as you noted, the light shield still in play, and Liquid taking their time here. As I think Scream really the only one to start having some commitment here.
Well, it does have to take its
Their
time.
fathers
No
are
boom ball, right?
fantastic
So this is
setups.
all just
True.
basically dry on the way through, relying on a gunfight.
Indeed.
Mystic will give it to him.
And I'm happy Buzz is
Moves
playing
down, end zone.
duelist instead
Actually,
of
we'll be able to
RB.
get the weapon
RB is a
backside,
really
look at the
good,
picture of the
really,
TP.
really good.
Timing
Oh,
is great.
Found it.
The
good
timing could
player.
not have been better, and Endo trying to buy a couple more seconds. The isolation.
But I was,
Swing
but
back in, and the spam
he thought
good
he had
enough
too
for
much on his
Soulcast to find him.
shoulders, and now it's
2v2
not
Nivera towards the site.
anymore. So
Spike
he's
now on.
performing really well.
Soulcast sitting towards long. A little bit of a cross prior in place. Actually, a long
He
rotation
planted backside.
on the way around here for
Interesting.
Boaster.
He planted backside while his guy was
Go around the world.
hookah.
It's coming all the way
I mean,
back
long.
through
I mean,
spawn.
It's an angle Nivera probably won't expect at this point.
I mean, they heard both teams, and
True.
Boaster obviously taking a little
He
bit of
is,
damage.
he
He's
is.
going to be noted, but Nivera has turned this way.
Something's given enough
And the
game away
comebacks,
that he's at least thinking
I
about
think
it, but Alpha's
DRX
trying to
had the
pull their
best
attention
matches
his
in
way.
this
Boaster now getting
Champions.
close. They have to get a move on.
Not
and
even
timing's great for
close.
Nivera. Swings out and gets them both. Good
And
work
you
from
know why
Nivera.
Alpha lost this?
It's
Because
not
he
over
had
yet,
a...
but considering this was a bonus, that's still only 2 rifles coming through.
Yeah, good damage. They do get
Yeah,
the plants, so that
exactly,
will
bro.
make
I
this a
never
little
understand
easier,
that.
but
Buzz
it's
on
still
KJ.
uncomfortable. I mean,
That was
Ultimate's
so funny to
just
me.
about coming online. You almost argued it in that regard. Till these playmakers are available for Liquid, it's not really anything they can rely on in the early
Is
round.
this
I
a
mean, they can come and get
comeback?
the Viper's pit, yes, but it's not really, you know,
9-3
conducive to
curse?
a set
Question
piece or an
mark?
execute onto a site. They have to kind of slow work their way in.
I'm
as
so
they've been
scared
trying
to
do
say
so
anything.
Far.
What if I
That's
curse?
now with the operator online. Fnatic, I mean, a stark contrast. Look at the support system. To
What
put
match
him
was
in
that where
place
DRX
to deliver.
had a really epic comeback?
You see the same thing on defense, but haven't seen it early on
Yeah,
here to
did
get
Curse
Screen
the
in a position
comeback?
to really work his magic.
And on the other side of the map, you look towards Showers. Building a little bit more investment on Soulcast, one away from his now. And there's a first real step out of contact. Good work from Yampi. And actually
No
good catch
shot.
Durka too. He had Scream by his side.
I
So in
wanted to
unison
comment,
finding
but I was
value
like,
there
I'll
towards
keep
long. But
quiet.
again, did note 3 players there early, but fire. No way is he gonna. He's trying to get a little naughty with this. Okay, Nivera.
He knows.
It's quite an early angle to check, but he blinked and he missed it. Nivera's getting sharper and sharper by the second. Flash goes in, 5 still standing for Liquid. Mystic, other side of the map himself.
Yeah. The big
Did-
difference being is hasn't
Did
really
Liquid
been
just
Liquid
curse
creating
my curse
opportunities.
to
Fnatic
uncurse themselves?
Yeah.
maybe getting a little impatient. They could, in in that regard, maybe winning out in the mental here. Anticipating this aggression coming through, and it's well handled. Yampi
Flawless.
does seal the deal on a Prime Gaming flawless here in round 16. What can Liquid do?
I'm
with
really
this now?
surprised they're more
Fnatic
Liquid
back on a
fans than
lesser
Fnatic.
purchase. We'll pump the brakes here for a timeout. Orbital Strike available, just about getting close to their first ultimate cycle, but like I said, this isn't really an opportunity created by Liquid at all, but they are equipped to receive it.
And I think that's what I'm waiting to see is if Liquid can create that space themselves, force Fnatic into those uncomfortable positions, either catch rotations, punish a push or two there, but maybe create that space themselves, as said. Not enough yet for me to be particularly worried about. It's still 11 with Fnatic, very comfortable. This would be quite the comeback.
It would. I can't disagree with you there.
Yeah.
It would be quite the comeback. I'm not sure that's how I would
Timeout
summarize it
Fnatic.
at the end of the game.
No, if that had happened, probably a couple other question marks would be put through, but as it stands, Fnatic will take a second or two to recompose themselves.
Bro, Soulcast is really small, I
Purchase-wise,
won't lie.
again, you're not in any hurry at
He
this
looks
point.
cute.
You can allow
Like a
these rounds,
small
and I want to see patience.
stuffed
They don't
toy,
have to
you
be
can say.
overactive in some of these rounds yet. Test the waters, let Liquid work, see if they note
But his
everything
team
back
is
as well.
Going
way
to play devil's
way
advocate as well.
tall.
There is also an element here of not necessarily anti-stratting, but
Sure.
knowing the opponent so well and the tendencies of
When
what
I
they
first
like
saw
to
how
do and
tall
when and what
Yampi
point of the round,
is, I was like,
how they like
no
to achieve
shot.
it, what the
Yep.
indicators
He's so
are.
tall. He's
These are
taller
two
than
very,
Scream.
very familiar teams.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is maybe actually why, we could allude to why Liquid played the defense the way they did.
Boaster
They
has
know
an ultimate.
Fnatic like to sit deep. They like to stack
And
up for these
Viper
late
and
round executes, and they're always very, very
fucking
well
Sky has
choreographed.
one.
So it's very difficult to really send one or two people forward to
I think they
disrupt
should
that.
use
No, I think
Talking
you're
of
right.
disruption.
Boaster is almost
Boaster
dead.
taking a lot of the damage early on, so again, Liquid being tested a couple of times here, and I quite like that Fnatic are testing the waters though, in these moments, in these spies especially, a Guardian with Alpha, and he's got 5 players
And
pouring
he's
up
dead.
long. Alpha is not in a spot to do much about this, already down so low, 18 HP, just wants to get out of there.
Wants to still try and make this Guardian work. Call it a hero rifle, but
Holy shit,
dirty
interesting.
setup
Yeah.
now as well with the
Viper
layered
setup.
smokes on CT.
I might try it. That is so
Durka
interesting.
could do something from here. I'm not sure how aware that... Okay, they've backed away from it being like a point of danger, potentially. Postplan pretty not comfortable. They're still trying to fight back that space on towards long with the flash just coming out from
That's so
Soulcast.
dope.
And again, this post-plant set up towards CT, pretty nasty to try and work in against. Yampi not going to overstay with his welcome, trying to allow the next layers to kind of pull into place. That's Dimisic, that's Yampi now swinging back through. This is clean so far. Poster not going to get much damage out of it as Enzo, the only one to draw blood.
I
Liquid
think
full
they
standing,
curse
Vipers
me.
continue.
Yeah, they're going to maintain that economy as well.
Let's go, Liquid.
I'd say, actually, if they can be
Liquid.
frugal
Oh,
here,
they got 4 ultimates.
they get to 7. Fnatic
Probably
gonna be back
make
down
it
on
5.
an
Scream,
uncomfortable purchase.
Scream is 1 orb away.
We'll have the Tour de Force to offset it, potentially the showstopper, but
I regret
I'll
not
be
buying the
honest.
Reaver bundle.
Liquid finds 7 here. You
This
do get a
will be
little
my
concerned.
biggest-
No, it's getting back
biggest
on at
regret
7,
in my
I'd say,
life.
because as I said, you've noted before the domino effect of rounds, how the economy might sit, and the ultimates coming
It
through, and everything
snowballs
else.
so fast.
Absolutely.
So fast.
Now we'll see. It's 3 rounds of the
Imagine
trot,
they use all 5
Liquid.
ultimates on Viper.
stringing them together. They have a good purchase
would
here,
be
plenty
so
of ults
funny.
to play with too. Now, of course, on the other side, able to fashion a purchase. Is it perfect? Far from it. Still a bit of light armor here or there. Not exactly what they'd be dreaming of. Dimisic considering an early investment.
They're going to try and stun him with the dog, I think, and then cast the orbital strike.
Prepare for
I think they got him.
Yep. Let's see if he's dead. And so just about slips away. The flash.
Okay.
Again, he's a lucky boy. A lot of utility just
tried
put
one
towards him,
ult.
but quick feet
But I
and
would say
quick
that was a
thinking
really
keep him
complete
standing.
waste.
And that would have been such a key opener, because it opens
They
up
could have-
access to showers.
If they wanted to try this,
Put
they
all
should
that
have
pressure
pushed
onto,
showers.
2 more players of Fnatic, but
And
Liquid
if he
unconfirmed
doesn't
at that
die
point, would
from
have
the
been
ultimate,
the catalyst of this execution.
they could have at least got him off
The
guard.
ping's coming through.
Are they
Fnatic's still anticipating this. Alfia is
Alpha
looking
and
a
Durka
little
walking.
curious.
No way.
Don't be-
There's no way they swing
Oh
it!
my god.
Holy shit,
Get
they
out
swing
here!
and
The
win?
confidence on these two somehow
that's-
still going. Scream
No
Durka!
way.
First Halos! Durka puts him to his grave.
What?
Now Dimisic, Navera, and Yampi have to face the music. Boaster's got Navera!
You-
Right back
no
at
way,
you.
bro.
Fnatic flipping the script in this one. Oh my word, Yampi and Dimisic just stunned in this. Durka ready to swing if they do get any closer. Alpha just farming them away. And the confidence to walk that wall, Mike.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Catches Fnatic off guard. even actually, sorry, catches Liquid off guard.
Yep.
In this regard, it's actually Fnatic still to be the ones to say, we're going to get ahead. We're not allowing you to, slow contact up short, get behind this wall. Like I said, actually, with how quickly things can snowball, look how far, look how fast
balls
things
to
can
do
fall apart.
this, man.
Liquid
The
back in a
headshots
precarious position now.
mid-air.
6 to find Fnatic
Absolutely crazy.
on 12. Operator
GG,
back
go
out
next.
for Yampi. Probably implies the pace will continue.
Yampi with an AWP. Oh, he
Back to
gets
the
5
same
here.
default once
Easy.
again. Spike not committed.
Now watch him die. First shot,
Fnatic
one
over
shot,
that
headshot.
one round where they
Dead.
double push long. Been very good at mitigating this early round risk, not giving away anything about their
He gets
sets
it.
up. Mystic. He
Close,
manages
close.
to get away from that one.
But still, he will get 5.
Catches one through the hand.
Respecting Yampi enough to give up this space towards long, can't overstay welcome anymore. You still have that hookah control as well to depend upon if they need it. Bash gonna reaffirm that they are still towards long. This hasn't been just a lazy amount of clear. No, there's commitment behind this. You can really see
Scream
the
hasn't had
exploration mission
a
from Alpha on the other side of the map. So he's cleared through back of showers. They can pull that rotation card now.
Exactly. You can already see Durka making his way. Liquid need to go now. There's a window of opportunity, but when Durka gets here,
No. They're giving them
Tour
no
de
play.
Force comes out.
I love this. They're giving them no chances of entries here. Durka now going to wait up the back of this as well. Seeks to come in. Enzo dips back into the smoke to find a semblance of safety, but it's Durka to do the damage. Enzo there as well. Back-to-back
GG's go
kills. Nevera,
next.
the last one alive. No, it's not looking good for the man. You got a firing squad on the other side of Fnatic. Fired up here. Alpha wants this one over and done with. Eyeing up map 2 early on. This scoreline.
Throw! Fnatic, throw!
Could have closed way earlier.
Overpeak, get in there!
Back a few
Kill
rounds
him!
to Nevera. It's
Oh,
done
they
for
did kill him?
13
I
to
was
6.
joking.
Fnatic get across the line on map 1.
fantastic performance from him. Slowed down a little bit in the second half, but again, that reset.
Well, that was
The
an easy
composure
game.
as well to pull off what Durka and Alpha
Expecting
did.
more.
It's a perfect read on exactly how Liquid adjusts on that. Early attempt to find the stun and the orbital strike on backside, try and remove that Viper's bit from Enzo. It's a perfect response. A little slow to start, I'll be honest. For
What's the
Liquid.
next map?
That's why I think
Let's
it
see.
felt so uncomfortable
Let's see
in the
what the
first
next
half.
map is.
We even talk about 0-7 for Nevera and Scream, who are consistently
They're not bad
pivotal,
players.
pivotal to Liquid's success overall.
She said
Yeah.
they're not bad
And
players.
I
Motherfucker,
think a
that
lot of us happy to see
they are
Alpha
pro
having a
pro
good start on
players, man.
stage. 22 to 10 he closed on. Having a very big game for himself. Durka right by his side, 19 to 9. So both of them doing pretty good work, but a confident start here. And I think we noted it, and I think it holds true. Liquid looking quite flat in those opening, or at least the opening.
Fire!
should I say.
Fire!
Just come back on the opening engagements as well. I think the first blood to actually land at 13-6.
It's Haven.
Same
Haven.
as the scoreline here. So
Haven is a good
Fnatic
map
did
for
so
Liquid.
well
No?
to control that early round, and actually, in terms of their attack, played in terms of that reaction to the early round, they capitalized much better. than
Man's
Liquid were.
hyped.
We didn't really see Liquid creating opportunities for themselves. Said the only real concern in the second half.
Do I have to buy the Glitch Pop Vandal
Get
too?
curious, go explore it.
Everyone is
It
popping
ended
off
up
with the
mattering
Glitch
too
Pop
much.
Vandal.
No, it kind of boiled away at the end of it. Again, I think there was more that Fnatic could have lent on if they needed it. Didn't
Sure.
have to go that far. Mike, with Haven now on the horizon, does this then even things up? Do you think that mental boom factor could have been there?
I do, because the discussion with this matchup time and time
If
again, we
Fnatic
talk about the form
picks
on the day,
Breach,
right? And
they
this is
would
why I come
win
back to
Haven.
that same expression. It's feast or famine sometimes with both of these teams.
And
So,
Boaster needs to play it.
It's a
not
rough start.
Enzo.
We're talking about Liquid bouncing back mentally. There's so many dynamics in play here, but I just come back to the same thing. Two familiar teams. Fnatic will know now to dial up the pressure. If that's reflected in the pace, it's concerning for Liquid.
It certainly is concerning, but it's not our concern to break down. That'll be for the desk in just a moment's time.
Alpha Air with the crowd buff. Oh, bro. Ads. It's like watching TV, bro. It's like commercial. Let's see what Valorant community got to say. Players with the best attitude. Let's see who is. What do you think? Or what do I think? I think. I don't know, man. best duo, Alpha and Derke. True, they are really good. But then you have Jing and Forsaken. I don't think there's something more overpowered than them. But players here, of course they here. That's why I say crowd is cheating, bro. Unfair advantage is it? It is, bro. It's cheating. Having a crowd is almost like cheating. You can get like, for example, CS:GO. Once someone is flanking, crowd will be like, oh, and the players would get to know it's a flank, and they would be like, let's check flank. Alpha feeling so much he pulls simple on them. What? I don't know. Let me explain. Let's watch the.
This is all about timing. Nitro does have a Molotov and another smoke, so it could be really.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
He's gonna throw the AWP in. Oh my God!
Yeah. Simple is the goat, bro. Simple is the goat. Fnatic Enzo. Juventus. Who's Juventus playing? Salernitana. You all saw that pistol throw? Oh, what do you think? No, wait, where's the Enzo one? Imagine Enzo plus Shao plus Leo would be way better. What? I don't get it. They're all support players. Hello? You wanna make a team full of support players? Full motivation. Ha 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 L. Yeah, Leviathan played really well, unfortunate. Leviathan was really good. Brother Deep Puff. Both 0708. Sheesh, time for sister buff. What?
Guy who's not necessarily a heavy hitter, but Kilios definitely stepped up as well compared to his performance against Exa yesterday.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Boaster has been lacking a little bit in some of the struggles for Fnatic so far in this tournament. He has not been putting up the numbers that we have come to expect from him, but this was a fast return to form for Boaster. From the shot calling, from his own individual rifling, it was absolutely on
Is
point.
it cold in Istanbul?
Yeah, I just want to take a look as well.
Why
9
people
out of 9
angry?
post plants secured by Fnatic. Not a single retake on the side of Team Liquid. And I think the retakes are going to be very important for this series overall, you know? We're going into a map where you retake a lot. Fnatic in general are retaking about 3/4 of the time. And the fact that they were essentially not working here on both sides is pretty important.
Yeah, we also got to remember that Scream is the IG on the other side. So his responsibility is to frag and to call, and with like 5 other million things on his mind, while Alpha is shooting at you. So he struggled a little bit on that map.
It's a rough position to be in, but I mean, with that great pressure, you know, with great power.
Don't bring out a Spider-Man quote.
Do
on
it.
The desk.
Do it.
Comes great responsibility.
There we
but,
go.
yeah, I don't know. It just feels like a really off game. Like I said, they started heating up a little bit, so maybe it's just that first map jitters. There's so much pressure. The crowd is going absolutely crazy over both of these teams. Maybe going into the second one, having a bit more familiarity on their map, Pick of Haven, will be enough for Team Liquid to get back into this. But I just have to keep my fingers crossed because we want this to go to 3. Maybe not everybody wants it to go to 3, Fnatic fans, but
Yeah,
I want it
wanna
to go to 3. I'm
bro. I wanna
impartial. I just want some good
I wanna
balance.
sleep.
That's how I felt
wanna
when
play rank
TRX
too.
were playing. But it's time for our Verizon high-speed moment of the match. This one, a surprise goes to Alphia and Sideshow. This whole map just felt like a frag movie for him.
It's crazy how comfortable he is on Raze. And that's why my major point heading into this series was, get him on the Raze, get him away from the Neon. When he plays Neon, he takes a lot of short, close engagements. He's easier to read. When he's on Raze, he's taking mid-range fights. He's always
Yeah,
in control.
Alpha
He's got
Neon is
incredible mechanics, and he just controls the map. He gets all of the trades, all of the first kills. He's just everywhere. He's so good.
Yeah, before we dive into map 2, let's take a look at the aim lab shoot around. We're going to be watching Demasig here as he warms up. Of course, the newest addition to Liquid coming into
Bro, imagine
this,
you're playing
and, Kilios,
professional.
moving on
You
to the
go
next
through-
map, what would you say is something that you want to see Liquid
Holy
do
shit,
that
his
they
aim
can
is
really
dope.
do?
I
What?
want to see more of this because he's got 100%. Oh, never mind.
That's so
I cast
crazy.
and cursed him.
But
It's
your
over.
hands get
But no,
tired,
he's
right?
Still, I mean, this is still incredible.
Imagine you
The
playing
accuracy right now that he's
Valorant
displaying.
for like an hour,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing
and
it.
then
If just everybody on
the
the team is going to be able to level up their
team
performances.
goes like,
Having the
oh, you
variant
need to
screen
do one
go,
in lab
I don't even know
for
how many
1
rounds
minute.
it was. 8, 9 rounds basically.
Bro, every
without
time I
having
aim
any
train, my
kills
hand
between
hurts.
Either of them is completely
Welcome back,
unacceptable
brother.
if you're trying to stay alive in this tournament.
I
You need those two
did
to
curse
just
the
be
comeback.
solid
I'm so
foundations,
sorry.
Whether it's Nevera anchoring a site or Scream breaking one
Gozaimasu.
open. they need to perform.
They also
Gomu no
have
Sai,
still
sorry.
only won
Oh,
5 out of
my
22
Japanese is so bad.
of the pistol rounds.
Gomu no Sai.
I mean, you just can't win when you're doing
Any
that.
Discord
And it's
channel?
Not, I mean,
Bro, I
you'd be
don't
very
have
unlucky to
a
flip a
Discord
coin
channel.
and get 5 out of 22. It's
just-
not random
I
in
am
that
a-
sense.
I'm a
They
very
need a plan and they
incomplete
need to be able to
streamer.
get their players
I
firing
have
in those moments.
nothing.
Well, they should be the favorites as we head into Haven, of course.
But I have a
that
Discord. I
Fnatic
have my own
have
Discord, but
banned
no
when they
Twitch
chose
channel.
to play Breeze in the past. And you guys both felt like, you know, letting Liquid have Haven wasn't the best idea for Fnatic.
Well, you know, you pick your demons and you pick your fights where it will be, but Team Liquid are definitely favored. And to me, Yampy is the player that has to go crazy. He actually dropped 29 kills with 300 ACS to push
Yampy,
Paper
holy
Rex
shit.
out of the tournament.
That's
and that was
crazy.
on Chamber. He is a
I don't
demon.
even
here.
aim train,
You're stepping
bro.
into his map,
Really?
his territory.
I think we
I-
did see
the thing
him,
is I
and
had
Yampy
to,
was really
because I
stepping
was
up
a
and really getting
console
fired up at the very
pro,
end of that bind
and
map,
I
and playing
just
the stage.
shifted
So now,
to
moving over to the
keyboard
chamber,
and mouse,
we
and it
expect
was
that
so
he is going to be able
difficult
to
for me.
perform. It's about can the rest of the team rise up to the occasion against him, because right now, between the double threat of
How
Alfier
to
and
hold
Durka,
your mouse,
rough.
And
sensitivity,
you know the
all
mad thing,
that.
right? You've got
It was so
the
difficult.
question that was posed yesterday or a couple of days ago. Is Yampy the best opera in the tournament?
Yep.
He might not be the best opera from Finland. He might not be the best opera from his school. Yinsu, you were telling me that these guys went to school together.
Yeah.
They're literally from the same country.
They literally did. They went to the same
The same
school. They was
town.
like 1
Yeah.
year
What?
apart, so they were literally like at school at the same time. It's not just like a alumni situation, but I think you're right, Sideshow. This is like it comes down to not wanting to be the best
Wait, I'll
chamber
tell you my
and best
Discord.
opera
Give me a
from
second.
your country
I need
and your
to
school,
copy.
apparently. Yeah.
But honestly, Yampy is on fire. And I think certainly these two players are going to put on a treat for you here as we head into Haven. Because it is about putting your chamber in positions to succeed. And that's an area that Fnatic have occasionally struggled in on their defensive side. But Durka's such an all-round great player. You know, I think I was unfair earlier saying Yampy's not the best opper from his school or whatever. Because purely in terms of opping, Yampy's phenomenal. But in terms of the all-round
This is
game,
my
that's where Durka sometimes
Discord
just outclasses
ID.
everyone.
yeah, I mean, he's just so great at piloting the chamber, just finding value in a situation where it seems like all hope is lost. He just gets a wall bang headshot with a headhunter, whatever it is. Durka just manages to make magic happen.
I
when he's
need
on
to
that
make
pick.
a Discord channel.
Yampy, he's got his work cut out for them if they want to stay in this. 'cause
Or a page,
this is
whatever it's called.
everything right now for Team Liquid. You have to just put everything out there. You cannot leave anything else on the table. If you
Team
drop
Liquid
this
are really
map,
good
your
on
map
Haven.
pick, you are out of the tournament.
Liquid had the same run last year, winning LCQ, coming into Champions. They weren't expected to, you know, well, actually, the expectations were fairly high. The form was good, and they ended up making it to the series. For Fnatic, they got eliminated in the quarterfinals. They finished in 8th place. So they're trying to reverse their fates here, essentially, and make 2022 a divergence from the past.
Especially if you look at the rest of the
Oh,
bracket, there can
shit.
only be one realistically
That
EMEA
is
team
crazy.
that progresses all the way into the top 4.
Yeah.
My
SPX,
first PC
they've done
game
their
is
part
Valorant.
so far,
I
but
started
one of these two teams,
few
they
months
have to
ago.
eliminate each other, but they got to look ahead for the rest of the tournament as well, like you said.
I want to try
For both of
PUBG.
these squads, the year has had
But I've
so
heard
much
it's really hard.
potential. When you look at both of these teams, they are stacked with individual talent. People have been asking the question, honestly, for years, where's the trophy for Liquid? Where's the trophy for Fnatic? At this point, they're not in the greatest position in the tournament to make a run for that, but if you are going to do it, you absolutely need to be winning here. And for Liquid, on their map pick, where they are favored, this is where you've got to do it if you have any chance. If there's a hope for this squad, this core of a roster, to be winning tournaments and winning trophies, now or in the future, prove it now.
I mean, with the roster shuffle, inevitable roster shuffle coming up as well ahead of next year, it might be the last time we see some of these players play together on the same team even. So the
never
last
know.
dance, who knows for both of these teams. We are going to head into the Prime Gaming
Let's
Agent
see the
Select
agent
here
select.
on a Haven. Would you guys like to see any changes here?
I think the only team that I would like to see changes from potentially is Fnatic.
I
and
wasted
honestly, I
all
think
my
that their-
life playing
their
console.
style
I
is
really
fine.
don't find it really good.
And overall,
Because I like
it's looking
competition
fairly
and
similar here.
It just comes down to ends
Oh,
picks
yeah.
going to the fade, so
oh,
not gonna be
okay.
seeing any changes.
Even PUBG
and,
Mobile is
I mean,
hard, right?
Widely, just across the board, we're just going to have the mirror match.
And for Fnatic, to me, the big problem with
I
their
did try
Haven is the
PUBG
back row.
Mobile.
It's the calling.
Wow, was so
and
shit.
that's why I think that
I
there's going to be a
wouldn't lie.
serious spotlight on Boaster here. The calling has been too one-dimensional on the attack side, and the defensive setups haven't been working. But in the mirror match, maybe Alfier and Durka can just diff their opposition. I still think Yampy, though, is going to have an amazing map here. It could be as one-sided as the first.
Ooh, are they starting on defense here? Or attack.
Now you're really testing me. You're throwing the
I am
hard
right,
hitting
feel you.
questions at me. Fnatic are on attack.
Attacking.
Oh, your memory's great.
Yeah.
Came
That
through
was
in the end.
definitely the memory.
Yep. Not the graphic. Not that whatsoever.
I mean,
Yeah.
do you still think it's going to be one-sided?
It happens to me when I
It's gonna be
shift
one-sided.
from laptop
Liquid
to
could
a
win
monitor.
pistol round.
Because recently my
I
monitor
just
broke,
don't have faith in
so I
that.
could only
Honestly,
play on my
I've
laptop.
got
Bro, I
a feeling
couldn't
in the
see
pit of my
shit.
stomach right now that this
It
could
was
just be
so
blown out of
difficult.
2-0. But I hope
Oh.
that Liquid can prove me wrong and take it all the way to 3.
Well, before Sideshow molds even more over the
Do we go to
round,
3?
let's send this over into map 2 with Pansy and Hypok.
I don't think.
Yeah, we need to kind of really delve into what this map now entails, Mike, because we've seen map 1, it was a blowout. The scoreline eventually closed in, but it was more of a formality. It wasn't real. It wasn't actually close. That's, you know, as I said, call it what it is. Now, map 2, though, this does sit traditionally with Liquid, so give me the win conditions as a start for Fnatic here.
Absolutely. Now, I want to lean on actually that performance versus 100 Thieves, where there was a real inability to capitalize on those early advantages. Alfia and Durka both played fantastically in that appearance versus 100 Thieves, but you look at it again, it comes down to that. It was 37 kills between the two of them. And you look towards kind of the value they got from Mystic on the breach, it wasn't really there. So I want to see Fnatic lean much heavier on the fundamentals, which they are famed for, right? These set pieces to really put, you know, both of their power plays in position.
Frenzy.
No, I like that, and that's
Oh,
a
Frenzy
key
is,
point I think we
what
should try
agents
and
you
look at
play.
this with. As for Liquid, though, it's
Since
more,
I am
did
new
they
to
get
this game,
mentally
I try to play
broken on
every
map one?
agent,
Have they rounded
but I
everything out
mostly
coming
play
in? Can
Chamber.
they make it look
I think
like
it's too easy.
their map choice? We find out
I
now
would say
going
easy,
into
but
map
it's like
2. Team Liquid on the defending side. That, of course, then means Fnatic on the attack.
it's like, how do I explain?
Isle of control here. Not going to leave Fnatic.
You can get
guessing
away with
behind this,
things.
but both Scream and Vera slip away into Garage.
Man of frenzies, bloody hell. 3 of them?
I also really like
A lot
Viper.
of frenzies here in Istanbul.
It's true. It's very true.
I'm learning
if you
Viper
combine Swiggy's
lineups.
rule, more frenzy, more win. Right? So
It's a
Liquid,
simple logic.
he's a simple man, but that's not a bad thing.
I like Raze. I really like Raze.
But,
but-
the 3
but my
for
sense is
Liquid, let's see if we get the
so
chance to
slow,
really
I can't
pull
do
into
Raze
position.
movements
Again,
at
we're
all.
seeing those kind of closer choke points being held. A lot of pressure left towards Yampi. 4 bullets to play with over here towards Long. That Boombot should be
Bro, is
pretty
it?
indicative, as is now noted.
I
to
might
players.
play it every day,
Tag
bro.
as well, missed
I
it
mean
45
every
already.
match.
Fnatic trying to
Because I'm
close the
stuck in
gap on the
gold.
back of that contact,
Actually,
but
I am
76
plat
is
now,
already
but
set up with
I
Paranoia,
just
which will
reached
slow
plat.
things down.
And when I
See
play
on
my
the other side
plat
of
matches,
things
I
now.
lose.
Yeah, Yatsuki's away from it. But already 3 players.
Rank is so bad,
on site
everyone
here. 30
throws.
seconds
I
left.
don't know why.
Fnatic don't like what they've
did
seen, and
Scream
look
hear
where
this?
Scream's got to. He's going to hear
30
all of these
seconds
steps now.
He's got a paint shot to play with too.
Trigger
the
this
patience
lane.
he actually committed on
Never
the first,
mind.
probably rightly so, because the rest
Everyone
is
was
splitting around
far
towards C. And C was
Good Durka.
completely alone. Yeah, left to its own devices, which Durka then has taken over and popped the flag of Fnatic towards. Wants to play a little deeper towards CT, maybe try and get ahead of the utility, but no, the Prowl's going to be there in a quick punch.
Fade is
comes
very
out.
OP
Team
too.
Liquid swinging the corner, take down
I've
Durka
never
for the
played
trade.
Fade though.
Good for Enzo, going to push further forward. The fight on B.
What? He gets
Alpha
the
wins
kill?
it. Fnatic on down, not out yet. It's a 2v2. Oh, but the HP looking low. Alpha needs some heroics here. 18 HP. I don't know if he can do much about
He
this
had
one.
no need. He has
Scream's
no
watching
need.
Garrett, though. He might be able to get the peek
Wait,
onto Soulcast.
can he deny it? Oh, tap, but he pulls him off the defuse, but it's not enough to get the kill. Soulcast is there.
Liquid with
And
their
there it is,
first ever
converting
pistol.
the pistol. Liquid doing what they needed for a long time coming.
And Josh will be grinning ear to ear. It all starts with the pistol.
There he is. There he is.
Unicorn.
Let's try from Fnatic, but again, a
What's your
little late in
favorite
the day,
skin?
Durka's found great progress elsewhere on the back of that contact on A, but again, if they could just execute that pinch on the
have
spawn
never
when there's
beaten
three,
an
potentially
EMA
4
team in
players
international.
locked up
Oof.
here.
That's sad
That's a
to
terrifying stat.
read
Never
right now.
beaten an EMEA team at an international event.
Oh, right.
The bearer of bad news.
Facing elimination, by the way. Well, let's see if they can play against the odds, eh?
Mystic
Now,
is
any purchase
playing.
here? No, we got classics coming out. So, nothing much in this one. Let's see what Liquid look like, keeping this clean if they can.
Yampy's got to be careful, though. His TP's on the right side, so he has to
Yeah.
wide swing to get into range, but find anything the other way, and happy to play this one out a little more defensive.
I want to learn Omen when smokes. I like Omen as agent,
The double swing,
but
really
I can
nice.
never
Beautiful
do
time.
one smoke.
Like that.
One way smokes.
I like seeing a little bit of synergy.
The
like
awareness here as well, this one way that goes up on... We're expecting this peak to come through, but with the classics unable to really do much about it.
Demons catch with that? I don't think he got too much now. He catches all the attention, though. Gotta be careful. Yeah, falls away from that. Allows
Wow,
a little
he
bit more
almost-
support. Yeah, Navera
He was almost there.
picking up what matters. Beautiful. And if you're Liquid, you want every single
Oh, he
thing to
saw
be clean.
everything.
You want no mistakes. You need to make up for map 1. Easy to feel out of the game when you're performing poorly. And you can see the crunch coming in. Yeah, it's concise. Liquid,
Sheesh.
Prime Gaming flawless.
Yeah, I really like
round
Omen.
in round 2.
And particularly with that blowout at map 1, we talk
He's
about
fun to
momentum,
play
so
too.
it's key Liquid get on the board here. And ultimately, in my eyes, you got to look towards converting this bonus. You have to. Really quell that confidence of Fnatic coming out of map 1. Force them to slow down a little bit. Yeah, still vocal as well.
Sheesh.
And I love hearing it from Scream as
Yes.
well. You know he's a veteran on the stage. I talk about him like the old
Bro,
god. And there's a
one-ways
reason he keeps that
and
composure. He
blinds.
keeps them pumped.
His presence is
Bro, his
command.
blind
We've
is
seen
like
that
a
number
full
of times
planet,
the player
and I
comes and
somehow
looks up,
still
he's
misses.
up on his feet.
But there's no
Us,
comms
PCA
on
actually, the TP
when I
Soul
play,
Gas might be able to.
so it's like
Booster can
quite
only go so
difficult.
far, but he gets to keep his life. And Booster can catch both of God.
What?
Soulcast and Scream.
they didn't
We're
hear
not
him.
reading it
HP.
right.
DB6 down to 9 HP.
And I think Omen is better than Brim,
Try to get a little
in my
creative
opinion, of
with
course. I think Brim smokes, you
Just a
smoke
misread
3
on
and
the
there's
TP
no
as well.
smoke
I think he thought
anymore.
it. Got back
Both
towards
Omen
was
the
yeah,
end,
smoke
back
keep
yeah.
on regenerating,
lobby,
which is
but-
like fucking dope.
Poster a little cheeky with it and rewarded. A freeze over on A site though. Said the concern being Demasik down on 9 HP with a Spectre.
I'm so surprised they didn't
Steve
hear the
Breeze
Omen TV.
We'll finish him off, but actually, Mystic looking to flash out, looking. Sorry, Novera looking to get a little proactive here, and Enzo punishes it.
Yeah, they're not
He's
getting the
1
play they
HP.
want in this at all. Demasik is still super low. And I imagine they will check on it if they were going
Doing
to
the same thing again.
Wim
Dirk has
Vera
found the space on C
shit
site. You can see
and
actually
bind. I
Yampi
see.
The timing on the backfill.
considering it.
30 seconds left.
Does Yampi get this 1v1? Ah, the angle's good. Nice work from Durka. And what an interesting 1v1. The two countrymen potentially going head
And
to head.
Omen's ult, yeah, I could never
Stanzo
understand.
sees
I
wide
think
open, 5
every
standing
time I'm
for
playing
Fnatic.
ranked
Talk
and
about
I'm
keeping things
Omen,
clean. This is a
I
perfect
never
reply
get
back
to
here,
understand when
as
should I
Liquid
ult,
didn't
when
have
should I
much
not.
in this previous
And how
round.
can I
There
make
are
the
a couple
best
of
use
factors
of this
I
ultimate?
believe was dropped over towards long after Boaster found those two.
Dima can try and hold on
Probably
to this, get
save.
something done in the next round, but
You have a Phantom.
the only
Phantom.
thing Fnatic will need is
Even this
utility
kid is really
repurchase
nice.
and an armor for Alfie. Well, not even considering what the
Three.
purchase is going to be like for Liquid on the other side of things. I'm curious really, if this is a trend now from Liquid, going to see them contest this early space, because Fnatic did run away with the early round on Bind. And we saw how passively Liquid were playing on defense. They didn't want to risk anything, but
Fnatic.
they absolutely crumbled when they allowed Fnatic to set up for some of these site hits.
So they can disrupt.
I mean, a lot more opportunities here. You're talking about, yeah, disrupting the setup. Way more opportunities to do so here on Haven. The default, very difficult to manage here on
bro,
the
I
attack. unless you're
never
kinda all
thought
in
of
on one
that.
side
That's
the map.
actually OP.
Opportunities for this is the cheeky TP I'm talking
Oh,
about.
it's dreamy stuff. You don't get away with
Yeah,
that
I
often.
need to try it.
You really do not. Yeah, probably a little frustrating. But it was only the bonus, so not the end of the
Oh,
world.
that sounds so scary.
Then we look at the purchase coming back in. Still missing some pieces, but we do it.
Imagine
Yeah,
being
back on
failed
that
and
operator.
then
Very
you
early.
Omen TP's on your head and you're already low HP.
The hard anchor here on
Jeez,
C
bro,
side.
that sounds so scary.
Whether or not Durka's going to be allowed that space elsewhere. He's stacked up this time. Boaster revealed.
Bro, are you a professional player?
No other utility really invested here.
You got the strats.
Look at the rotation off the back of this. They're being really conditioned by these early rounds to wholeheartedly believe in this.
Well, the fact that Yampi actually fell to Durka, he's
Paranoia?
going to be conditioned now that
Oh,
this
this
is
pinch.
beautiful.
It's really well
What
timed.
a
That's both of them on the
smash.
run. I'm so surprised.
This
they
is
both
what
got
I'm
to keep
talking
their life.
about.
The
This,
spacing not quite there on the back of the paranoia. Unfortunate, but
this shit is like a planet. The
flip side of that.
blind, but I
no,
still
a lot of
somehow
presence.
miss
The
it.
flash is going to come through from Navarro once again. They have to take
Disruptive.
the fight.
You said you want to see
I was
disruption.
wrong.
They are getting in their
This
face. They're getting
ice.
proactive.
Even I
Mid-round,
tried
late
to.
round, they're going back in. Vera, unrelenting. And now Durka
I-
with it all to do in a
I'm really
1v4. Not even going to find
I'm
the
really
first on his
into this
way
game.
back in. That is what we
So I
asked for
try
from
to
Liquid. Mike, are they
watch-
listening to you? What is going on?
I
We
try
saw
to
the paranoia
watch
coming
all
in
the
through
streams
Silver.
I can.
So as we saw the swing towards long off the back of the breach utility with Nivera, that's everything you wanted.
Yeah, it's literally
Learn.
swings back from both pressure points here outside A lobby. One side from Sewer, the set piece is beautiful, and immediately the response is there from Liquid, knowing that
Oh,
Fnatic
that is
can
really
actually
dope.
just restack up
Regional.
behind this. Look to reset,
dope.
wait for that utility cooldown. Liquid get ahead of the curve.
Okay, so I feel like when we talk about the game being a game of chess, it's that, okay, well, they've now matched and bested this look here. Do we then devolve, you know, in something else? Do we then look elsewhere?
The
Yampi.
op.
Commitment on this
He
different look.
missed.
Post it towards long,
No.
does dip away. That's going to be sewer control
What's
now
your
found
favorite
for
team?
Durka. And it's the same things, it's rinse and repeat here, and there's the ult coming through as well, but Liquid respecting this enough, they're going to dip away. Yampi takes a shot in the dark, but finds nothing.
So we'll get themselves into a post plant here. Full 5v5. Start looking at some of the tools that Liquid have to get back on. He's got 2 flashes, the paint shells. Yampi
VRX,
really
bro,
creeping
no
on this
shot.
angle, though.
That's my favorite team too.
He's here so early.
No shot.
It's Mystic will swing it. Potentially the timing could be a little off on this.
I'm all about the
Now, yeah,
guy
finally
with a
isolating
vibe,
Jackie all
you know, I
alone, but
like
this
the
retake
vibe.
is just not
And
getting
Paper
started
X,
for Liquid.
DRX, these teams win
Dimasic
so
stole
much,
gas scream, still tucked
bring
towards
so
CT
much
to swing
vibe.
At the same time, it's going to be Fnatic shutting this one down. That
When
is
I didn't
clean
even watch
work.
Paper
Right back
X,
at him.
The stars align.
I
as well. The
used
fault
to
line
watch
actually comes back on. Fnatic happy
Jing
to get
and
proactive
Forsaken
there.
stream.
Don't want to allow any creep
So I
to come through.
I
create that
automatically,
advantage. Actually
you know,
isolating
started
Yampi
supporting
perfectly
Paper
on the
X.
back of that. But even with the investment so far, sitting at 1 and 3, not finding that value from the operator just yet. Really though, much better start from Nivera here. 8 and 3 was very, very slow off the mark on bind. At least here, no big round deficit. Actually, the purchase comes through. It's Frenzy in hand for Dimasic.
Yeah, bro, they
Big shot to
do.
start with.
Especially when they both do.
Packed work for Yampi, and aggression down middle. It's not
For a
just the
second, we're
pistol
like,
this time around.
JJ.
Scream gets the value from that, does he get it back away? He's got support
Beautiful.
from
Oh,
the
they're
buy
so
side.
cute.
Saves his life, and they get to reset from this.
They're so
And again,
wholesome
early,
too.
disruptive work coming in, keeping space, pushing the map, taking pieces of control. I think Liquid have their work cut out to do this to Fnatic, as we saw in that just prior round, but you know,
And the
indicators
fun
they need to
part,
be
you know,
hitting
this
Pushes
is
the
why I
onus
like
of
them.
responsibility back on Fnatic now.
The
forcing
most fun
the
part is the
adaptation.
same they are in ranked, the same
Decent
they are
money
in
in the
Pro
bank.
League. They bully in Pro League too, bro.
The 2v5 here, Benzo and Mystic can really.
It's not like they don't think
Get
that they're in
anything done
pro,
because
you
if
know,
they're
they
gonna
just try to
concede
enjoy
at least.
themselves, and that's so
It's
lovely
key
to
as well, like I
watch.
said, set up with the operator, yes, the contact comes through, but I'm not even sure if it's relevant that they find that on C-Long immediately.
Where would you find people who
Sending a
enjoy
play down mid.
themselves?
Nivera, like you said, safe pair of hands behind Scream. This is
30
actually
seconds left.
yeah, Yampi 3 off Tour de Force. Scream actually going hunting right now. 1 off the showstopper. Yeah, you've got to be a little careful.
Go for
about
it.
Giving up the weapons because there's not going to be any possibility. The paranoia comes through.
Paranoia Horn.
Whoa,
Mystic
what
now
a
stunned.
flash.
Pink shot comes in, and that's going to be Enzo gone. They've got to know that Mystic is here, surely. Yeah, the flash, and they clean
Wow.
it up. Liquid looking really good.
Actually looking confident. Coming out of that map 1 like this, decisive to come and remove these weapons. Force out this repurchase. Fnatic re-ults to
They
sit
actually
on now.
went for it.
Nightfall, the showstopper. Boasted does have his TP. I love this.
Yeah.
Rounds like this that actually you then talk about the
Same.
mental factor and the confidence to come through and completely rip this away from Fnatic.
Their runs in
So working
Copenhagen
use
was
as well.
really
There's little
good.
things
though.
you're seeing here that show Liquid aren't actually rattled from map 1.
No,
And
that's
it's so
something we
fun
said
to
about
watch them, like,
somewhat of a
when you
mistake
watch
of
Paper X,
being
it's
lost.
it's
great
never
to
a
get
boring
away,
match.
not
They're
drawn
trying
out, you just
something
get it done, you're into map two.
incredibly
Now,
smart.
I want to see if Fnatic can find their response. Wait and see when the timeout gets hit for themselves if they do feel they need it. Could be something on the horizon to look for. Again, this purchase, though, is not looking
True.
great. Boasted down to the Frenzy. Mystic on the Sheriff. They still have
True,
armor
bro,
to supplement
true.
it.
So, man, look how deep Yampi is. Still in range of his TP to note as well, so it's almost a very deep off angle here.
Pretty decent read as well, considering you've got, what, 3 players committed towards the C side of the map. One quick swing from
What a
C, and
shot.
there it is, Yampy again. He's making
He's
a habit out of
But
this.
you know what?
He's starting to hit now.
Benkai had really
And I
good
still say
cipher
he's one of the
traps,
most
I remember.
dangerous players with an operator we have flat
His
out, but
cipher
Dirk's
traps
found
are really big
an
brain.
all-rounder with Durka, a specialist of all kinds. Creates space towards the B site. Now where do Fnatic go with this?
They don't get overzealous. They're actually just going to allow Durka to take the space.
Yeah, the wall, bro. Insane, that was so insane.
I think they're
Even
still
the
gonna
Raze
have to beat
ultimate,
one and leave Alpha with the
bro.
showstopper.
They are
Late
so.
round piece here.
30
Fucking
seconds
post
left.
plan if they can get it.
You know what, it's
All the
good.
time is everything Alpha could be the downfall
They're not going to check
of
this.
them all. Two players on the side. Alpha has to play this perfectly. Sees one. He waits. He waits, and then he strikes. Alpha,
Trigger
perfect
discipline.
timing to keep this one in hand. It looked disastrous.
Oh, yeah,
from
the word was
Fnatic
innovative.
at the start, but
They
they're
are so
making it work.
innovative.
Durka doing it all. Found that space in B. Alpha catching them on the flank. Lovely, lovely work, considering the buy was not pretty.
Beautiful setup from Enzo as well. Just a bait at the last second.
Even I remember
Once
they were
both
playing
players are
Fnatic
clear of double doors. There's no
last time.
recovery point here. You can
with
see
Copenhagen.
Demus and Nivera have to
And
swing on this. They have to
he
try and find that
one-wayed-
kill on Enzo.
They
Setting
were playing,
Alpha up
what's
for
the map
success.
called? Ascent?
And I feel like Durka again
Mind
can be
Freak,
one of those
one
players
way,
such a catalyst
A main.
for Fnatic when they need someone to
Ying-
give them some,
Ying-
give them a frag, find them
Ying,
some space.
double
bail you back
satchel,
into it.
A
He's
main.
always that flashy player. Of
And
course
I
he can
think
be, but you see that
Benkai
value
was
once
on
again.
Fate.
Now,
No, no,
early
no.
work coming in
Devai
from
was on
Chris
Fate.
in the middle.
And
Okay,
he
so it's a
throws his
paranoid
eye,
through
but he
the
scans
third. He has
everybody
to
on
up, but the slow's already hit him.
Fnatic,
Has to
and Ying
post
gets
it.
like 4 or 3 kills.
And right back, two
It was
of them
so
now,
innovation.
nullifying each other.
Yeah, the creativity, yes. They're so
Spring comes
creative.
out On top of that, in terms of damage
I
dealt,
guess, yeah.
Enzo looking to post the nightfall. Think it'll catch. Actually, potentially. No, it didn't catch anybody. That's what it did. That's going to be 4 noted here. The Fnatic reset off this. They haven't got Durka in a lurk this time around.
Oh, this is so dangerous, Solkas. Don't think he can back away from this one. Does he get the god timing to find safety? No. He's surrounded, he doesn't know it.
I mean, so
I couldn't believe that
Liquid are
race.
considering, yeah, with 4 of us marked, surely they rotate off, but Fnatic a pause for thought.
He's still got his haunt, right? So, like, he could find it out late, but
Boaster's pinging for the paranoia here, so you're going to see Fnatic stack towards long and go off the back of this smoke dropping. But it won't catch Soulcast.
he's the one element, the one chance for them. He's got to do a lot of damage, though. Movement back in from Nivera, and you can see it all now. Alpha's already on the site. Solkas goes down. That was the one who could have been the game changer, but no!
Whoop.
Nivera!
Whoop.
Oh my God.
3, but it's Boast
Wow.
answering right back in kind. 3 of his own. Spike now
How
down.
do
You got
you- how
Scream and
do you
Yappy
get
against
3 there?
Durka and Boaster. The big boys now. What can Durka do with this? Holding the first.
He misses?
Right. They get a second chance at this. They get to walk towards the side. Boast has to dip towards long. Durka back up from sewer. A second shot.
Bro.
That one's gonna land.
Now that's
Yappy
just
dead, and now
fucking
Scream
brain dead.
called upon.
He
Any
gives you
answer?
one lifeline.
Cry for help
You
here.
still dry
Help on the
peek,
spike,
slow
and he
peek
wants
are
one
up.
of these two. He'll take the
That's
first,
great.
but he won't get him down. It's Durka doing exactly what
Bro,
Fnatic
Raze
need.
and Reyna.
A rare miss, but Durka doesn't lose him from there. How many times have we seen him close him out? A beautiful
Like,
setup, like I said.
people will
Fnatic
shit
getting
talk
ahead of
Reyna
that
and
smoke
then
on
you
long,
get this
ready
guy
with the paranoia,
picking
and
Reyna.
It's Boaster to find Soulcast. Like
Or
I
the
said, that
pro
was going to be
plays.
the only curveball, the only spanner in the works
Yeah,
here.
but his Raze movement is
Fnatic
really
so
good.
well handled from the
Oh,
IGL.
actually, you know what? I
And a
watched
beautiful
him.
reset.
Yeah, I used to watch his stream. It's so funny. I used to
Speaking of
watch his
resets,
stream. I'm like, holy shit, Raze is so
I'm out
dope.
for Liquid.
I might try.
They've had a little bit of
I
space
go in
play,
a rank game.
little bit of room to
I
play.
play Raze.
They kind of hit the mark
3 kills, whole game. Shit.
Finding room to play.
I'm like, okay,
Back up
first game
confidence.
Raze.
Hell, they even won a pistol.
Nothing
Right,
else.
let's talk about
It's
win
the
conditions.
first game,
They
we
kinda hit
go
a lot of
again.
them. Now
Next
we flip
game,
the script, though, and we look at the
bro,
minus starting to build in
the
back
movement
now.
on Raze is so
The ball
difficult.
already 6.5
How does he
Durka,
make it so easy? I don't get it.
7.6 on Boaster. That's with a buy in hand. And they're starting to build back in. Ults, they've got 2 actually pretty impactful ults to
And
play
every
with.
time I try
So
to double
where can we
satchel,
go
the
from here for Liquid?
the
Because
place is
they've
the
done
same
what
way
we've
he
asked
double
of them, they're
satches,
still
bro. I
quite
always hit
close,
my
but
head.
I feel as though the
Or
game is
I cannot
starting to
move
trickle
left, right,
towards
that's
Fnatic's hands.
Absolutely,
Crazy.
and historically it does become kind of that pendulum swing between these two teams. If Fnatic can actually ride this out now, then you go back to the discussion of Liquid playing from behind. On the side of Liquid, we're going to have to sit this one out. Tour de Force and a Rolling Thunder to work with, but unless Yampy finds a boatload of value off that,
Let me
it's
get
going to be
some
difficult for
water.
Liquid to really have a say in this one.
You need to practice 30 minutes daily on Raze.
coming to
Really?
round 9.
I will. You know, I
All
will.
tied up,
I really
four
want to.
apiece.
But my sense is slow. Will it still work?
Keep your eye on target.
Yampy actually this time around in Garage. There's 4 members of Fnatic on the other side of this. He's straight swinging it. The fault line's perfect, but doesn't land.
Alpha gets himself out of danger. Ooh, and these shots so close on either side now.
You're reading the stack though, again, with what they've seen on the other side, but already the preemptive rotation from Nivera is back in position to set up this long flank.
And it's worked somewhat. Scream got one, but the trade came out. They lost Soulcast, but Yampy's there. He's made it towards site in time. And now they're going to back away, but they haven't taken everything away from this. They've left Dimisic over towards Garage. A smoke gets committed towards the door, so they still have some information. A quick rotation from Scream as well, but B is wide open.
And Scream down to 56 HP. Got to land something with the Marshal. If he can get posted up, he does.
No, I use Q. I have to use mouse buttons. I can do that. I've never think of that.
To slow things down in Garage. Makes it very difficult for Fnatic.
You know, that makes a lot of sense.
On B, Dima.
Why did I think? I am a dummy dum dum.
Finds the smoke in front of it. Fnatic.
Do they walk?
Do they walk this?
Well, smoke's gone over towards A Connector. Paint shell goes in, horn goes up, and it's I wouldn't say it was completely unrisky, but uh-oh, this could be a problem. 20 seconds out.
Oh, I'm a little dummy dum dum.
Stunned up. Paranoia was
What a shot.
to Nivera's connected a great shot. He's found another as well. And it's on Boost to try and save it, and he can't. Team Liquid making the stack work when they needed it.
The crowd is really favoring
it in a moment's
Liquid.
notice and holding map control.
And knowing when to invest to secure the round. Value from the tour de force. Same thing once again. Liquid happy to be proactive on A-Long in particular. Once again with this flash. Nivera with the Rolling Thunder posts it.
Bro.
Finds 2 with the Sheriff on the way back through. Great response from Liquid. 14 and 6 now for Nivera. Really stepping up to the plate here on Haven.
Well, he James Bonded map 1, right? 007 had
Durka
a
within
disastrous start, but experience head on the shoulders, but masses
And
of
Mystic has an
investment towards
ultimate.
long, Mike.
And look at the response to both that he's been into that corner now. No nonsense. Liquid don't want to allow that space, but actually, look at this. Scream going to continue through. I mean,
But we
Fnatic
learning.
completely pivoted towards the Rolling Thunder put in immediately.
But a little ahead of it, was there room? No.
I also like how
That's against
competitive
Nine,
Valorant
maybe
is.
caught a glimpse
Like
of Alpha.
I was
No,
a
that's
pro
a perfect
in
plan. Fnatic flipping the script so quick.
Rainbow Six
Eyes on
Siege
Durka.
console.
Can
Boy,
he
it was
find
so
something
shit.
in the lurk once again? Yampy
There was no
wise to it
competition
this
at
time
all.
around. He's been punished previously. The smoke goes up.
the timing.
Yampy's going to read it.
Huge read from Yampy. That gives him a fair shot at trying to run this one back in. There is. It's Enzo's timing.
learned it
towards
from a
Garage, and
streamer.
just
Oh
as Scream
shit,
turns
really?
back, the pressure starts to
Who
mount.
do you
Both are
watch?
going to find Dimisic. The pressure towards CT is unrelenting. The trades come out. Yampy's still trying to hold this one together for Liquid. He's doing everything he can for it. And now the debut starts.
I used to watch
Enzo,
Booster a
perfect
lot.
presence now found. Alpha
He
denying
used
the
to have a
defuse.
ranked
And now
school.
it's just Yampy, and he's got that
I used to
operator.
watch him.
I think he wants to keep it.
You were a pro. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Absolutely.
I was a pro, but it,
Enzo
console
show his hand, goes for
like
a little
PS5
spam, but
professionals are not actually
Yampy gets
professionals.
away.
They were like
And it's back and
We
forth,
had no
back
value.
and forth. 5-5 now.
there was no competition. Only 2 or 3
And I've got to
teams.
say, for
Professional
me, that pace
teams.
change towards that C hit
Rest
was
are just
the
friends.
Absolute remedy for what was going on here. What
Friends,
great
5 friends
adjustment,
playing
a great
together.
call from Fnatic.
It is, and it's a perfect read on exactly how it. What was that from the stick? I mean, he lands his whole line.
So I wouldn't say a pro.
I'm saying it's a great response to now how much focus Liquid are putting on shutting down, disrupting the setup outside A lobby.
I
we're gonna see
love
that trend
Valorant
continue.
so much
There's
that I
4 members of Liquid on
left
A.
Siege.
There's 1 on
And
C.
and Rainbow
Fnatic
Six Siege
are
was a
here
shit
as
game.
5.
It's a really shit game.
A little outnumbered.
It's so bad,
Little
bro.
outgunned.
He had to peel off this previously. He's got to play his life.
How much can one man do? He can't even
Nice
really slow him
slash.
down. I think he has to accept the site is lost and play fully for retake.
They're playing full- yeah, full retake.
Get early steps towards Garage, but
The thing is, I watch Pro League. I try to do
Juan gonna come in.
all this, but my
Now time's on their
teammates,
Durka actually throws the tour de force.
They
on this
don't-
here, so if he finds a kill towards spawn,
they are so left behind
Snowfield could be problematic.
when I try these things.
So Liquid just looking to get set up here.
I want to learn Fade, I won't
Breaking
lie.
Sheriff on the way back through.
Nice try for a
What a
little
shot.
combo towards the back of the box, but it's Durka to find Scream. You noted that.
And you know what I don't want to learn?
Actually, Dimisic still
Crouching.
quite mystic. Good trade for Alpha, but a better one for Nivera.
When I started
The
playing
time's starting to
Valorant,
dwindle and both
someone
not
said
good.
you just
absolutely
crouch
wise of
and
Boaster
tap
gonna
tap,
find one, and this is now
and you become a very
running out
Valorant
of
player.
time. Solgas has
So
to
now I have
it up
this
again.
habit of
Fnatic
crouching every
finding
time I
so much
shoot,
value
boys.
now.
Let's talk about that
It
tech
annoys
transfer,
me.
The early conditioning, forcing Liquid to come across.
I really
address
want
this
this
situation
habit to go,
outside
man.
A lobby. Fnatic hang around for 2 or 3 more rounds. Then what do? They benefit on the other side of the map entirely. Great pace change in the previous, and this Demasig just forced off.
He didn't get
It's at
stuck.
the perfect time as well. Scream's the one to fall. That slow field goes down. Just buys an extra couple of seconds so they can address towards Garage. Make sure they can cement that hold in the post plant.
Bro, I don't think I'm good enough to play with you.
Round 12, look at the purchase. Sheriff, Bulldog, the Guardian. No armor for Scream. No ultimates to play with either.
Again, though, they set this tone, they set the conditioning, and Liquid are still playing
They're
to that
playing
to an extent.
Oh, what a shot.
Scream.
A lot of damage. Look at Alpha, yeah, 18
Yeah.
HP.
Fortune on his side, at least to be able to stand in this, but again, I want to see what Fnatic try and do, because they've been having mixed success coming back towards
Yep,
this
he has
side.
no TP here. He's stuck right now.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, we stood on top of it. I didn't even see it there on the minimap. I was worried for a second.
This
I thought
cast.
it had been destroyed.
Caster cursed.
That would have been a worry. So they've done a little bit of presence shown towards A-Long. Utility behind it as well, but now showing a little bit of something towards middle. So again, Fnatic
going
taking
through the
choices.
motions
Yep.
now because they know what happened previously with
That's a
Scream
cute
and Vera
rally,
setting
man.
up that
Nah, bro.
later mid-push, but these open once again. It's Nevera, no fault line back just yet. So we can't stun an after
Tell me your
the cooldown, but
the thing.
And this time, unless Nevera again fights two with the Sheriff, it would be unlikely. Boaster
And I'll
unfazed
send
on
you a-
top of the site. Alpha going a little bit deeper towards connector, on towards C. HP is low earlier from, you noted the damage coming from Scream, but the plant going to come in now, committed at about the 20-second marker. And now Liquid
I
need
hope
to make
they
some
don't leave the
mayhem
site.
out of this if they want to way back in. Boaster greeting him towards the connector side of things, and chip damage done,
No
but
one
no
break
one
the eye.
converted, no one going down just yet. Nevera and Scream still alive, still breathing, but merely for a moment. Fnatic, 3 back-to-back, it's clear-cut work. Fnatic,
Wow, well played.
beautiful form there. This has been a back-and-forth game, and they have
Nice
come out
half.
on top of that.
They were 0 and
beautiful
5.
wins the half. The Prime Gaming flawless. Set up a firing squad.
No,
into
they were
A-Link.
0 and they were
Absolutely
3-1,
cut them
right?
down.
Yeah.
It's a
I thought they were
2-round
0 and 5. I don't know why.
advantage here. And that fault line finally coming through, but the counter swing perfect from Enzo and Alpha.
Oof, what a shot.
Yeah, very cerebral first half, I feel. Both
Man's
teams,
feeling
the RGLs
himself.
working OT here, setting notes, setting tone.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
exactly.
having a great time, yeah, but
Even
pick
the
it up,
one
pick it
before,
up,
I
it
was
is
like, bro, what's going
but
on?
5-7, a good
They
score,
won
like I said,
like
very competitive. The second
12,
half, who knows what we're going to have. Let's see what the
13.
desk has to say.
13 and 4.
Thank
And the
you very
second
much,
game
guys.
was
It wasn't the one-sided affair that you
13
guys
and
predicted, but Achilles is already
8,
looking
7.
much better for Team
like,
Liquid.
bro,
Yeah, I mean,
Give
this
us
was,
something to
I
be
think
excited
getting
about,
rid
you
of
know?
swap sizes isn't too bad. You know, 7-5. That's
Paper
always
X and DRX was
coverable pretty
insane,
much
bro.
regardless of the map, so I think that they're still in a decent spot. They've had a lot better of a start, obviously, here as well. Just being able to pick up rounds, having
Stacks
Rivera finding
is
kills as
crazy.
well is a very good look for them.
it's a
Yeah.
crazy
It's incredibly
motherfucker.
important, especially because of how slow
It's
their start
fucking
was.
crazy.
And I thought it would be Scream that woke up, but actually still quite a quiet game from him. On the other side of things, though, Nevera has been dominating.
Yeah, he's been huge. The figures that he's putting up right now are great. 340
And the
on the
way he
ACS.
celebrates,
That's just
vamos!
been
Oh, boy.
impeccable so far. But Scream
I love
in his own
their
right,
mic.
while he's not having the flashiest performance, he keeps getting into these pesky positions. He's tucking away just below that mid window and coming with kills time and time again.
Yeah, and I think overall, though, what you've got is Team Liquid
There was one
were
more
able
team.
to win the pistol round off this nice little screenplay.
Which was really nice, but they
that's
didn't
pretty similar. But they
perform
only got
better. I
3
forgot
out of
what
10
was the
rounds of all the rest of the, gun rounds and back and forth display that was happening. So
I think they
thought
were
win
also
pistol,
from
you're on
APAC.
for a really good half. This is still a shaky half. from
Edward
Liquid
Gaming, was it
overall.
Edward Gaming?
Well, let's talk about the next
I
half
think it was
as
a
well.
winning.
In terms of Liquid, they're going to be going their attack side. And
Yeah, I hope
you
too,
were
bro.
telling me that during the game, you weren't super impressed with it.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Team Liquid's attack,
Like,
right,
when
they've been
we-
winning 38%
DRX
of
versus
their attack
Loud would
rounds.
be interesting.
Not particularly good, but also Fnatic have been struggling here. They themselves went 1-7 against 100 Thieves, for example.
DRX
so
never
I think you've already
disappoints.
seen the best half from both teams. Now you get the weaker half from both teams. And particularly here, I want to take a look at the heat map over towards the A side. Liquid like to hit A. They're going to have to fend off retakes, and Fnatic play retake about 3/4 of the time. So that A retake is going to be like 9 out of 12 rounds in the half.
I mean, it was 9 out of 18 for post play, so flip a coin and we'll see whether or not Liquid are going to be able to pull them off.
What they're
I think
saying.
this one is going to get down and dirty in the second half, but TL, they need to be able to persevere if they want to take this to his head. If we want to see that Phoenix versus Durka Jet showdown on that third map.
We actually need to go to third map.
But Fnatic,
We need a close game.
Well, the pressure is on Team Liquid's shoulder here. Pansy and Hypok, let's not forget, if they lose this, they are out.
Absolutely right. The main
Stream
note
tomorrow.
here
Okay,
is
sir.
now
I will.
that this is do or die. Liquid now trailing on the half, trailing overall in this series. They are in a very dangerous position. Fnatic, I've got to say, have looked far better today. Far better. I've seen a weaker looking side. This looks much different, but we need to find out.
This is the main reason instead of playing, I stream games because I knew.
To redeem themselves. Yamping straight up here. Durka tries to swing.
Yeah, definitely,
Lots
bro.
of information found early on. These 3 separate members.
Because
Back
I
of that, look at the progress.
knew I would be learning something. That's
Fnatic
why.
have got 4 stacked up outside A lobby. It's only Durka with 20 HP on the other side of the map. Where do Liquid settle on?
Fnatic do this a lot of
Fast B, please.
pistols round. They should know about
right on
it.
in. Smoke towards A connector.
Got to be conscious. This mid retake's going to come very.
Don't
quickly,
leave the
though,
side,
with 4
bro.
members so deep on A lobby.
You have pistols and they
What
have
can they do with
smokes.
this Soulcast? Could do with a lot of damage, you know, pick up the kills here and there, but now under pressure, they've got so much utility to run it
but
back
the
in as well.
utility uses
Alpha takes him out of the
fucking
equation, and now you look towards Durka, doing a little bit of damage, mostly just getting information towards Garage as well. Mystic can now help him out. In perfect
Oh, what is
unison,
this
Fnatic
teamwork? It's
are
crazy.
absolutely running through
Oh,
it.
never
Until
mind.
then, the headshot machine is back to find 2, give him a chance. It has been a Vera.
It's Yampy. He's got 3 shots, 3 enemies.
He has to hit every single one of these in my mind. That's the first. He misses it. It's not looking good. It ain't looking pretty. 21 HP and Fnatic are at the door. They're on the defuse. And they
Who
are
was the
looking
guy with
so
Frenzy? I
good
wanna
in
know.
this.
Essentially swapping
What a
places there.
retake, though.
Durka coming around to make that a full 5-man retake from mid. Soulcast, wise to it, but I don't think he's expecting this much pressure on the other side of things.
The utility they had ready for this on the
And
playback.
even the follow-up here from Mystic, the aftershock before Demon Sick out. Beautifully coordinated.
Yeah, shush. Man's hyped.
Liquid forced to bring some pistols in here, and you can see, yeah, devastating.
No force.
Not fresh.
Now you know you got your work cut out. Liquid thought they'd been maybe alleviated from their problems of the curse, but no, it comes back to haunt them once again. Now they need to really stoke up the fires here because Fnatic is starting to really hit Durka. Claim Champy's life.
Actually, a slow start for Durka, but he had his opposite man, and there was
Bro, I'll
constant
save
pressure
this.
towards Yampy, and it's a key engagement here on the attack for Liquid as well. Yampy has to equalize in the head-to-head. Scream though. Whether or not Alpha, yeah, actually spotted that. Yeah, I think he did, because Enzo trying to throw the C's in. It will catch on, but no damage to follow through. Fnatic actually, yeah, full clearing back through Garage.
Super proactive.
They're going B
No,
again.
nothing to chance, nothing to question. With this utility invested, they should be fully aware. But do they know the wrap? Does it matter when Durka is doing this?
Bro.
Just pinning them down, one by one. And he might just get some more. He's getting overconfident here. Alpha, the one to be the safe pair of hands at the end, but it was looking pretty much solid from the start.
If
This
it
is 9
if it's
now for
Forsaken
Fnatic.
there on Chamber, he gets all 5.
Could have to make a
No
stand.
cap. No cap.
Could have been around 15. A Bulldog, 2 Spectres, the Marshal saved across here. Great progress for Durka towards the Tour de Force already, and actually he's going to throw the rifle in, so it will benefit them massively in this bonus. Another farm coming through for Liquid, but they need to try and convert one of these now.
For me, it has to be now. Like it
I mean,
can't-
you look at the expected outcome in the next 2, and it's,
Yeah.
I guess, less and less
Another
likely.
push? Oh, the raise and
we hold our
fades. Right.
expectations high.
And a stun.
Fnatic are looking nasty.
That
with
is
what they're trying
crazy.
to do, and let's see the combo.
Oh.
Catches no one, but it puts Dimitri right in the... What?
That's
In
the
the
booster.
firing
What?
line, he pulls the booster. And only gets one for it, but Fnatic, they found two. And now there's only three remaining, and Dirk is behind them. They have no idea.
Nice.
And Sol
Nice,
is going to be
bro.
affected by this. Then again, the fort not going to happen. Navera maybe equaling this out somewhat, but it's still a 2v3. Spike back in hand, he wants nothing to do with that corner. The brothers to try and save this. Boaster
Oh,
space towards long.
We can hear the
How much
other
can
guy
these
on
two do?
stream. They go B again.
Paint shell to work with. Fault line's going to be
Bro,
back
Chamber
up
is
and
dead.
the aftershock, but looks as if they might actually try and backfill through a link. I mean, considering here, but Fnatic are so disconnected, there's not going to be a peak. It's all just buying time for Fnatic to slow clear through the rest of the map.
Okay. Committed the utility. At least from Navera. Still has a little to play with, and they're going to double
They're
stack.
both going backside. That
They
is
can play off out of line of
kind
sight here
of-
because of the utility they have.
Yep.
They need a kill. They need to
mean,
equalize
you never
these
know.
numbers.
Still a
I
haunt on
can
Ento,
curse
and
them.
Prowler, and he's the first one to get in. Navera goes down, and now it's all on Scream. Fort goes up. He's looking for targets. He's looking for players out of place, but now they're going to be closing in. Most are still off to the right side. He is surrounded,
Yeah.
and there is no escaping Fnatic.
the problem is
Double
that
digits
backside
now
is too
made.
vulnerable.
Team Liquid are in dire
Especially on B.
straits.
That could be the nail in the coffin. See what
Jeez,
the
bro,
purchase
these
looks like
games
for
have
Liquid if
been
they
so
even want to invest anything
uninteresting.
here. Thinking Scream, I think still one off the showstopper. There he is. Navera one off the Rolling Thunder. Tour de Force, not even in reach yet.
What?
Fnatic now, that economy will swell. That's why we see the timeout here.
Yep.
A breather ahead of that important round. Seeing a rifle in the
Come
hands of
on, bro,
Navera here, I'm not
give
sure
us a
either.
comeback.
They take a punt here in
Do
round
something with it.
16. Problem being, it's showstopper and Tour de Force in their end.
There's no good
you
outcome.
don't want to be hitting a site when you have these two
Yep.
ultimates.
Yep.
The stopping power is insane.
There's enough on it. Well, this is what the timeout probably is for, if you are Liquid, to talk through the rest of the options, because I mean, those ults are going to be there the second you try and pull something off. So again, they can be the get out of jail free card. They can be the ones to just bail you out.
The thing is, potentially Fnatic find 11. Liquid then still have one round to play with, right? In terms of another mistake. And yeah, it's not a nice deficit once again. 6 will separate them. Seeing Navera now reconsider. But Scream to throw a Guardian in. Soulcast and Demasik will both bring...
Yeah, there is no
SMGs.
fight back.
Can Scream get something
I
done?
mean,
It's one
Dude,
man,
don't they
right?
see
Like, it
DRX?
really is, a lot on him
They
to
never
land
lose
some of these shots
motivation.
if he's
Don't they
trying to
learn
really
from
find
them?
impact here.
Look at the setup though. Look at this. There's 4 members of Fnatic here.
No.
Does
They're
the paranoia
waiting.
go straight through with the showstopper?
Okay, so Prowler goes in. That's contact. There's a follow-up, and they're going to just send the... Oh, you can't escape it! Alpha's going to claim Scream's life, and he was only able to manage finding one of them. So initial
At least they went
apiece
1 for 1.
traded out here.
Actually, on the other side of things though, it's going to be Enzo and Mystic noted. For not nearly. Mystic nearly catching the span there. And that's
Nice shot. Come on, Liquid.
Outside of garage, so 2-4 now for Fnatic.
Also
Give us a
Enzo
comeback.
score. They're not sure what he was trying to maybe look for off the back of maybe Boaster noting players, but turns a flash. Durka does have to respect this now. Force slightly deeper towards the
Why
side.
was this guy running with a fucking
Not
knife?
sure if he's noting all these players. Yep, the horn goes up.
The smoke actually connects.
Someone
Yeah,
kill
now
him,
it's already
please!
Seen the flash found Boaster, but they haven't cleared Durka. He's the unknown element here, the man behind the
Bro,
wall.
what are they
And he
doing,
strikes.
fam?
Yep, he's dead. Spike now loose. Can Mystic maybe have a say in the matter? Flash goes
They
in.
definitely
and
heard him
Durka's
drop,
still
right?
Waiting. Oh, and he's seeing a barrel. He didn't find the shot. He wants 3 more shots of this as well. Finds another.
I can't, bro. I
Durka's
can't
breaking their
believe
heart
it.
shot by shot. They have to invest everything they've got, and he's still here. He's not relenting.
Hello?
He's still standing, and he finally falls. Dimasic doing whatever he can to try and keep hope
Come
alive
on,
for
nice.
Liquid. And Mystic
Don't
stick
stick it.
catch a little bit of damage on towards him.
Just
Oh, he's
get
seen
out there.
both. He's done damage on both these players now.
Oh, let's go, let's go.
Sigh of relief for Liquid because that got
Now your
deadly.
your
The
first
Guardian to save the
goal
day.
is to
Not in
destroy
Steam
their
Sounds, I mean,
economy,
The trade on the showstopper, but Nevera putting that to use.
and you guys can win
You
easily.
think here Dirk is in that position
Oh,
once
man.
again at the top of Zuba's.
Imagine if he hits the one through the box as well
Yeah.
there. That's
But all it does is force a repurchase from Fnatic. The benefit of 3 rounds to start the
Oh
second
shit,
half.
Bosta isn't buying? Oh, he bought.
Liquid still got work to do to break it. Showstopper to work with. Demasik has his TP as well. Oh, Bosta.
nice.
They haven't
Move
gone
forward, man.
C
It's
yet, I don't
Demasik
know
to
why.
fall. Now Liquid have to find kills. That's just
Try-
nearly
They have
Really
cheating.
right.
corn P so much.
Galaxy brain work and the paranoia could as well. Screen. He's just blind sending this and Boast is still alive. Gets out of there with his life. Marked and falls away. Respects the B take.
You were asking
Can't
too
come
much.
in.
Yeah.
Liquid at least have the time
I'm
on their
so
side.
sorry.
But
I'm
can they
so
hold this
sorry.
post plant now? So much utility probably still into play for Fnatic.
Oh, why
Still
would
got
you
the
leave
aftershock
the
as well, and
side?
That's key in this scenario.
They
Fault
still
line
have a
back in
smoker.
5 seconds. Paint
And
shell to
you
work with.
have only
little
one
bit.
aftershock
Post-plant confidence, surely,
and yeah, one
for
nade.
Liquid in this situation.
Oh, it's gonna be
Aftershocks ended
hard
very early on, though. Ahead of
to
that
stop them.
And Haunted went close. Alpha's the one to catch Yampi. Boaster follows up to scream. They're just spraying away at him. Nevera's 2 HP. He's trying to dodge bullets. He can't get away
Yeah,
with it.
bro.
And now Soulcast has to
You don't
face
play-
the music.
nah,
It's
bro, what are they
11 for
doing?
Fnatic. They're just in their stride now.
It's clinical. Absolutely dismantling.
Maybe I am
Liquid on
asking
that
for too
retake.
much.
Like I said, the tools were there to potentially slow things down, but some pressure coming back through Garage, which
They had
was
good
completely
buy
unnoted,
enough,
by the
right?
way.
Why
Boaster
would they
finds
leave
his
the
opener.
side
Like
when
I said, it's
Boaster was
Demasik
still
to
alive,
fall.
the smoke?
So Liquid almost have to rely on brute force and ignorance.
They
to
only
get
had a
in.
one
Showstopper
aftershock and
from
one
screen
nade.
to clear the
No other
space.
utility.
They can't maintain in that post plant.
That's crazy. I really think they should have thought of that.
Limited investment back in this. 2 rifles, Nevera and Demasik. A couple of sheriffs to work with as well. Boaster again looking for it. A little bit of chip damage actually onto Nevera. That's one of the rifles, so
The crowd now realizing we are this close. A
Come
couple
on,
more
Scream.
rounds for
Give
Fnatic
us
and
a
they'll
yin
cross the
entry.
line.
Ching entry.
Liquid starting to look like they're running on steam, and Durka just doing this. He's sticking around even later. Does eat the flash in the end. Bosa trying to move into this. That's super dangerous. If he gets to keep his life, I'll be surprised he does.
They finally
Gets to
go
keep
C.
himself living, but Yampi moving into this. And there's a window of time. Oh, but his back to
And
Mystic
they
read it
go
well.
aggressive.
Never let it go for a second. As Durka. Oh, he's
What?
got shot after
Bro,
shot.
what?
Oh, for Durka in the round.
That's crazy.
Hitting his stride towards the end here for Fnatic.
Nah, there's no
And this is
motivation
gonna be
left.
12.
There's
And
no
Liquid
fight
have
back.
so little left.
They are
have to do it
destroyed
now.
mentally.
what a
Which you
beautiful,
really don't expect from someone like
beautiful way
Scream,
to
right?
clean that up from
Who's
Durka.
been into this situation a
Barely
lot of
breaking a
times.
sweat. The opener here just
How do you even
catches
see him?
a pixel on the screen. But what is this?
Oh,
You can see the
no,
reaction
he's
here.
like, let's go.
Wow. She gets it destroyed, yeah. True.
That looks real. Huh.
It looks
Bro,
real.
if Jing
All
was
right,
there,
and so does the scoreline.
he would have
6 to
double
12,
satchel
Fnatic
from
now
C.
1 away.
I mean, from C long
Liquid
to C
on the
and one
verge
tap
of
Durka.
destruction, homeward bound potentially. But there's one Finn who has something to say about it, and it's Yampi. Takes down the hometown hero. Alpha Year removed from this round. Mystic, unnoted.
Unnoted, yeah.
His satchels are really good, Jings.
Won't matter too much though, as Liquid will stack 5 towards long. Enzo forced a little
Oh, he
deeper,
does
but
finally
doesn't
double
actually
satchel.
do it. Finds
This is the
the
first
wallbang.
time I've seen him
What
do
a
that.
fantastic reveal from Soulcast.
He's still here.
Oh shit, they have no idea.
If he can
How do you not clear?
2 kills,
Shot.
maybe it's not over yet. Not quite enough. Soulcast still stands on 9. And that's it.
Nice, nice,
Another
come on.
for Liquid.
All
More
you need is
standing. Big start
5
for
more?
Yampi there.
5 more, maybe?
It's gonna be
Yeah, 5
another-
more.
I feel like 2 rounds really to break this purchase, depending on actually where Boaster sits here. But Durka with that
Yampi
previous
has an
already
They have 3
approaching towards that
ultimates.
tour de force once again. So this one and the next, but that still leaves the deficit at 3. So Fnatic will have a chance to buy back in. Liquid can ride this wave now. Vera actually brings Guardian light armor into this. It worked previously for him, but see how deep they dig here. A slower approach
Fnatic.
here from Liquid.
Oh shit, it's Dirk.
It's so deep.
I thought it was
Catches
Yampi.
Soulcast off guard. Look at where that death marker is.
Right by spawn. Just about having to navigate their way away from this, but look at what's here. Boast is here.
See,
Up
they're
is
just
here.
dry peeking. I don't get it.
So
Why?
ready for this. Yeah, Boast might
What
get
is
noticed.
this,
Down
bro?
for waiting. Paranoia does not connect towards one. So yeah, Boast is in danger, but he's got to bail out. He's
Why
got
didn't he
Alpha
use his
standing.
ult
Gets
before?
forced out of position, but they are clutching at straws. Nevera going to try and stride forward.
He
But he's
didn't hear the
got
satchel?
by force. And now down
Bro,
to
I think their
Yampi and
fucking
Dillison
headphones are
in a
not working.
2v4, the odds far from favorable. Do they find any step, any way forward? They don't have
Yeah, I
any
think they
idea
need to.
about
They
Boaster.
definitely need
And
to.
it's all but
Bro,
over.
what is this
From
match?
Icons to bygones, Team Liquid are going home as Fnatic finally have
Like
the
you
roar of
saw,
the crowd
this guy,
by their side.
this Breeze didn't use his ultimate till 2 of his teammates died. I don't get
Always
it.
a concern, especially when you see these two teams face
Scream
off.
is just dry
Familiar
peeking
territory for both.
from Garage.
And Xiao Boaster.
That's
What a
insane in my
fantastic
opinion.
performance here.
I
Big
won't even do
series
that
over
in
Haven.
ranked.
Big series
And that's
overall,
ranked.
you're right. Alpha and Durka though to lead the charge. Beautiful stuff. And this time around, you talk about at least the win conditions.
And
coming
they
into Haven.
and the breach is
Instant
always
control,
flashing
value
when
from utility.
the other guys
See how
already
much more
entered or died.
commitment there was
Like Boaster was on
behind
B,
following up on it.
top of B. He shoots
It's
one
all
guy
Liquid, but
and then the breach flashes. The first time we saw the winner, we said
Yeah.
Pros versus Silvers, true.
Looks like Mitchman.
When Durka got kill on Raze, where we talked about double satchel,
But
Bro,
overall, we have to give
Durka
credit
killed
to
Raze
Alpha
and then the
Alpha
breach
for having his
flashed.
first
What?
on stage actually be an incredibly hard
that's so
moment.
And that's
insane
just
in
to
my
turn around
opinion.
from a very concerning performance the other day. Talk about, nerves or whatever happened the first time to actually be the one that's feeling that pressure from the home crowd. The Fnatic deliver here today.
Oh, let's give them their moment. Hold on. There we go. Third time's a charm. They get it down. And the crowd
It
has
was
been on
actually
their
pros
side.
versus
Six
Silvers,
man,
I won't
and
lie.
We saw what it looks like when it's not on your side.
I mean, they do as well, just to say as well, for the crowd, this is almost a lose-lose situation.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about both of the teams facing off here today have had the best reception here.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like I said, heartbreaking to send one home, but Alpha
How did
will have another
you
chance
playing
to
now?
perform here in front of Istanbul.
I'm thinking to,
They earned it
but
today.
I have to cook too. It's so unlucky.
Hands down. And on the other side of things,
How did Liquid even make this
gotta
far?
say it, map 1, it was a blowout, but map 2, I'm
Who did Liquid
surprised
play?
every time Liquid kind of hit these stumbling blocks and they,
I'm so interested.
Like a good tournament, it starts looking like they're building forward.
Let's see
and
what
it
people
just
gotta
crumbles
say.
down in front of them.
In my eyes,
Tariq
similar
fans
concern
come, I'm-
once again though is the inability to really create opportunities. They're almost playing very, ready to receive anything Fnatic, but Fnatic maintaining control.
Team solid, they should change
And
it.
again, the
What?
differences were just, it was such a stark
You
contrast.
live alone? Yeah,
Especially
bro.
on Vine, you can see actually even
I'm
one
so
or two
sad.
rounds where Fnatic were happy to take the fight to Liquid and get a little proactive on Haven. Liquid showed glimmers of that on the defense, but the execution or the value from it, it's just totally different to what Fnatic were able to achieve.
No,
Yeah, I wanted
like
to
you say,
see who
contrast
Liquid
between
played.
The depth that was shown, the ability they brought out today. And Durka, again, it's so hard to ever look beyond that player. He did have a huge game for his caliber.
Liquid played
19
Optic
12
too,
in that
okay.
final map, but
Liquid won against
the impact.
Paper X? Oh, I do
It's
remember.
the impact.
Yeah.
How many times was he able to pressure Yampi, force actually, an
Their solo
advantageous
performance,
position
true.
on the other
This is how
extremity, just
I think
by
they won
having
against
presence.
Paper X is
And
because
that's, you
that
talk
day
about
Jing
effectiveness of the chamber, you
Four-
talk
Four
about
Second
Top
wasn't
Fourth, the
playing good.
Headhunter and finding value in terms of kills.
No,
That
bro,
is
I
worth
live in
its weight
a-
in gold in terms of the way that Fnatic
in a house.
And you're right, and I like to see Durka in that light as well, because obviously when people don't see him, hands down.
I can't
taking
live in a
towards,
hostel,
quite
bro.
honest. No, it's the value in which he gets, but again,
I'm
you can
scared
see
of
down there
hostels,
below.
I
Your
won't lie.
thoughts through to us, please. Scan it. So crowd buff has been thrown in. They're starting to have fun with these lovely little lower thirds. They're starting to get creative, but do let us know. Outside of potentially those options, actually no, they're pretty good. Would you?
Just go so
who you going
crazy.
for?
Honestly, I'd give it to Alfier today. To have concerns about that first appearance in front of the crowd and to come out here and deliver, that's got to be a huge confidence booster for him. Actually, as Fnatic as a whole, right? It is the dynamic duo
Man,
between
do
these
I
two
wanna
now,
play?
between him and Durka. So
I need to
I'm really hoping they can build upon this.
Well, I still
Where's my
think there is more
sleeves?
to see in Alpha here.
Oh,
I think
okay.
all of us have seen this. Glimmers of it.
Absolutely,
That
absolutely.
beast that's waiting, and if the confidence keeps building, Mike, that's where who knows how far they can go. But for
Bro,
now,
studying.
we know they have at least kept
Ha-
themselves
ha-
in
hardly
this
studying.
tournament. Fnatic stay alive.
I
Liquid,
don't study at all.
sadly, will be going home. It's as simple as that. It is as brutal as that sometimes. But to wrap up the
Mind
day,
Freak is live. You know, it's so funny. It's like Jing never streamed with a face cam, so I thought Jing wasn't good looking. And then I saw Jing on live. I think it was shit, where they destroyed the guard. Optic one, I guess, yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy is fucking hot. What doesn't he have a face cam while streaming? Wow, 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 wow. What you gonna say? Probably too. Man, it's so hot here. You got it, really? Bro, I wouldn't lie. I thought the Jing's mom was his girlfriend. But it's his mom. Fuck. I think she looks quite young. Yeah, he is really cute. He's like a baby face type of guy. Wait, let me show you. Her name is Pearl, I guess. Where is this? 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 Ah, shit. I can't find it. Wait, was it? No, it's not this. Bro, I'm sweating like crazy. I got it, got it. Yeah. Boy, it's his mom. Like, you see this, you know? She really means baby, but we people have sexualized baby so much. I'm like, oh shit, it is his girlfriend. And then one day, someone told me it's his mom. I'm like, no shot. That is crazy. Shit, I'm sweating. Endler Flame. Boy, fuck, it's so hot. I won't be able to play. Oh shit, I forgot to add you. He looks, yeah, bro, exactly. I'm trying to play without biting down. Nah, bro, I can't do it. But do you like the bundle? Oh, I regret not buying Reverb bundle. Oh shit, my display was on. Alright, mean.
And that was the Prime Gaming
We
post-match
see you
highlights. Only one
I'ma see you
EMEA team
tomorrow.
could survive in that
Need to
elimination
go
match.
cook,
And
and
today, it was Fnatic. What a
it's
way
so
for them
hot
to win
here,
as well,
I'm
so
sweating.
dominantly. In the first match, we've seen them play against Team Liquid of this year.
Yeah, that one was
Fuck, man, so
absurd.
hot.
I really thought
But I'll
that we
see
might
you
get a second map that swung
tomorrow.
the way of Liquid. I
Yeah, I'll
think
be
that
streaming
little
tomorrow.
clip you heard from Scream where he was telling his team to calm down, we didn't change
And
anything.
adios,
Maybe the pressure
everybody.
got to those guys
Bye bye.
because they
Thank you
cracked.
for
That
joining
was
them
Fnatic
for
dominantly on both maps.
anything,
I mean, this was
talking,
why I
being
just
here.
had that feeling this was
Thank
going
you
to be
so
2-0 'cause
much.
their look on Bind, it was not
Mad
of a
Chemist
team that just is simply
means a
struggling
lot.
because of a
I'ma
map.
see you
It was
guys
a team
tomorrow.
that had lost a plot, one that couldn't really get themselves together, could not
Bye bye. Bye bye.